Hello, everyone, and welcome. Hope you are having a wonderful day. Welcome to the 57th episode of A Long-Time Watcher, First-Time Writer. I am, as always, your long-time watcher, King Fatzel95th, and I am joined once again by my wonderful crew of first-time writers, which includes Action Shakespeare.
Hello.
B-Drops.
Hello.
And the Iliendic Nonagon.
Hello.
We got a damn good batch of 4 episodes for you this time around. If and I do say so myself, we're going to be going over episodes 36 through 39. Those are episode 36, Complication, original air date October 15th of 2000. Episode 37, Approach, original air date October 22nd of 2000. Episode 38, Transition, original air date October 29th of 2000. And Goma, episode 39, original air date November 12th of 2000. That's a big gap.
Took a little production break.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah.
Imagine
Good
taking
for them.
a production break on like Ichigo, which I don't know if they actually did now that I think about it.
You know, they probably didn't.
Probably not.
I mean, considering that there was a period of time where they didn't even have their main actor and they didn't take a production break.
Oh, yeah.
Feels like the kind of production where everybody's getting paid in cash at the end of the day as they leave in a line.
So true.
Like, best of luck to them, Godspeed.
Yeah.
If this was a modern day production, they'd have like pizza and mac and cheese for the craft services or whatever
Bananas.
every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a table piled with
table,
bananas like
yeah.
it's fucking Donkey Kong.
Hey, you know, it is the cheapest fruit on the market currently, so...
Just one table full of bananas and one table full of fucking Little Caesars $5 hot and ready's.
God,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's craft
There you go,
services.
there's all your whole food groups right there.
Yeah.
Cheese,
Sauce.
wheat,
Fruits and vegetables.
fruits.
You see an ad for extras, it's like on Craigslist, it's like, we can pay you in pizza.
You will be paid a pizza slice per hour.
1 slice per hour.
BYOD, bring your own donuts.
We got pepper flakes. That's a vegetable.
Yeah. Nutrition, never heard of her. But yeah, with that, I think we're gonna just jump right on into it with episode 36, Complication, which has us following a realization. Sakurako and Ichijo enter the Gorongi tomb to find new clues on the mysterious number 0 as 2 Gorongi battle in Tokyo. I like that we got to start off this episode with like the rare it's just Sakurako and Ichijo. We don't get those scenes very often.
We're gonna get a number of them this episode.
Yeah.
This
episode's
very much their time to spend together and fawn over their collective crush.
Yeah.
It's less sad for Sakurako because she gets it.
Yeah, listen.
She just admires him platonically.
Yeah.
But they're both in love with him.
Yeah.
We love him so much.
Listen,
Maybe in slightly different ways, but...
I don't think there's a person who's met Godai that doesn't love him in at least some way.
This is so true.
You know, that's so fair.
It's kind
That's
it's kind
his
of a
real
running
power.
thing in these next couple episodes, actually.
Yeah, a little bit.
Godai, if he felt like it, he could be a cult leader in like an afternoon.
Oh, for sure.
That's his 2002 skill. Once he's done killing all the Grongi, he's got other things to do. His next adventure.
He simply just doesn't want to be a cult leader. That is the only thing stopping him.
It's
Yeah.
so much responsibility.
It is. It would be a lot of work.
Yeah, he's like, I don't work at Pol Pol. I'm not going to work as being a cult leader.
Yeah, really.
I can't make curry. How am I supposed to organize international organizations? I don't know.
Yeah, come on.
Organize an organization? Shit, that's double the organizing.
Yeah, fuck that.
It's too much for me.
There'd need to be like 13 of me or something.
And plus, 8 years ago, I saw this movie and it had the organization in it, and they seem pretty evil.
They seemed pretty sus. Yeah, I don't know if I want people associating me with an organization.
Anyways, what's
With
all
the
this about the
collective,
power
though,
of
maybe.
darkness?
Yeah, Speaking of the organization, the power of darkness.
Speaking
I
of
love
darkness,
the power of darkness. Yeah, we are very much so looking into this power of darkness because of the previously translated quote from Sakurako, which I don't remember the exact quote. Yeah, I don't even remotely. Something about like when the sun is covered, the warrior will come down like a lightning bolt or something like that. I truly
When
do not remember.
spring well dries up or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, we also get to that one.
I
wait,
think
that's a
that
different
one's
one.
new.
Okay.
Yeah, but there was one previously. We were told something about an eclipse and an ultimate warrior.
Yeah.
Crashing the plane.
Fuck. You were left zero. or is you a left zero the ultimate warrior?
You will have zero as the ultimate warrior. Absolutely.
Is Yusuke Hulk Hogan?
Kuge's Hulk. Yeah. Kamen Rider Kuga.
Go die.
Do you
He's about to
take
teach
the
this motherfucker
controls?
about destrucity.
Oh my god. Oh fuck god, that promo. There's our little sprinkling of state mandated wrestling talk for this episode.
Sorry, folks. Pro wrestling's fucking stupid.
It's so fucking stupid. It's so good.
Puts Tokusatsu to shame sometimes.
It really does. But yeah, part of our Ichijo Sakurako investigation is we're taking a look at, if you will recall, the last episode ended with us at a crime scene where someone spilled a whole lot of spaghetti sauce and wrote a symbol
turned
of
it into
on the
gang
wall.
signs.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not good.
I kind of forgot about that, so I was taken aback a little bit when it just opened up, and it's like, pools of blood.
That's fair, yeah. There was a lot going on in the last few episodes.
Yeah.
It almost doesn't seem noteworthy that Sakurako was in that place full of blood after everything
somehow.
else that happened. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Isn't this a kid's show?
Yeah, for kids.
Anyways,
For
we killed like
children.
500 Grongi.
Yeah. We've been murdering like a shit zillion Grongi, and that is something that we are looking into, because why is someone murdering a shit zillion Grongi?
Yeah, presumably ULF 0 is like Hansel and Gretel in the woods with the crumbs, just leaving trails of these dead Grongi everywhere.
Yeah, we're hot on the tail where we are still trying to contemplate who ULF 0 might be. Currently, we are thinking that maybe, just maybe, it is our Rose Lady, who was dubbed B1 at some point in the show that I truly do not remember.
Okay, I'm glad that I was not the only one who didn't remember that.
I definitely remember it happening, and I'm sure it probably happened after Ichijo had that encounter with her when she was talking to Batman. But I don't fucking remember. I don't remember them ever saying anything about changing her name to B1. But so it goes.
Obviously B1 is not ULF 0 because ULF 0 is going to be Kuga's dad. Or Godai's dad, excuse me.
Damn. Nonagon with the fucking Kamen Rider future vision.
Yeah.
Incredibly impressive.
Just like my future vision where Sakurako and Hongo team up and create a even stronger Kuga beyond the ultimate form.
Like a new cyborg version?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they fuse into a single person.
They fuse Godai and Hongo together.
Hell
Oh, I see. With the power of science, the two
Yeah.
of them. I see.
Damn, Takeshi Godai. Scientifically engineered to be the goodest boy.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Takeshi Hongo does seem like a man who would perform surgery on himself. Absolutely.
Oh, 100%.
In the heat of battle.
That's how you
I
know he's a
love him.
warrior.
Yeah.
I miss him.
Yeah, a little bit.
Not that Godai isn't great. I love Godai.
Yeah, I miss the
It's a
concept
very
of
different
him.
energy.
Mhm.
Very different
I hope you
energy.
like the concept of him,
The concept.
because that's all we
Love
get.
the concept.
But
Yeah.
but that's way
For
later.
now, though.
Yeah.
Could not remember if that was this episode, this set of episodes or not. Sorry.
I don't remember either.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you'll find out if we talk about it later.
Yeah. In the meantime, yeah, currently we're in contemplative mode. We're trying to figure out who is ULF-0, what are their motives. Currently the running theory is that they are B1, but we're still not sure yet. And so then we go over to the Science Institute, where Yusuke Godai's got himself a little appointment. He's going to hang out with Enokita. We're going to try and figure out how the fuck your shit works, my man. Because you transform stuff when you grab it, and the Turtle Man had the thing that transformed, and the Hedgehog dude had the thing that transformed, and maybe all of those do that the same way? We are not sure, but we're going to try and learn.
I love to learn.
I love to learn.
It's great.
Microscope.
It's about damn time
Put
somebody
you in
put Godai under a microscope.
Yeah, we gotta put you in the science machine. I don't know why we didn't do this like day one, but like,
Really?
bro, get in.
Yeah, get
The
your
science-
ass in the science machine.
Science just wasn't as interesting back then,
Tsubaki is just like, I wanted to dissect him.
Oh,
Don't
Guess
stop
if
using
we-
the science machine. That's cheating.
Yeah.
Fine, I guess we can
I'm-
do easy mode.
We just have to do different approaches, I guess. Like Enokita's like, oh, I want to take a sample and I want to observe you while reading various, readings with various equipment. And Goda's like, okay, that sounds great. And Tsubaki's like, bro, vivisection?
You,
I'm
me?
just saying it might be cool.
What if I
I'm just
vivisected
saying.
you? Unless.
No, I shouldn't.
Unless-
Unless.
I shan't.
No, I shan't. Terry the thought. Unless
Pray.
the
Lest.
problem, the problem is Godai'd probably like, yeah, all right.
I don't know if he knows what half these words mean, is the thing.
No, for sure is the problem. Tsubaki'd be like, so can I just like, can I vivisect you just like a little bit? And Godai'd look at his watch and be like, well, I don't have anything to do today, so sure, why not? And hop on the
Ichijo would have to
table.
be like, no.
No.
Hold
No.
on. That's
Down,
my husband.
Tsubaki, heal.
Tsubaki has not been much of a freak lately, and I miss it a little bit.
He is
Yeah.
toned down considerably. He put his energy towards Sakurako a little.
He's trying to be normal for the girls.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about how some of these characters do feel a bit toned down. Like, not necessarily in a bad way, just in kind of the, we've established their quirks and character and whatever sort of way. Because, like, this is the first time we've gotten some of the character traits that we've seen, like, established in episode 1. Like, not necessarily this episode, but just kind of these sets of episodes. And I'm like, wow, that was a lot more prominent now that I think about it. Like, how Godai and used to break and enter, like, 3 times an episode. And It's
Yeah.
like, that's a rare occasion now.
I think I understand, given generally the shift in context for their scenes for the most part. Like, Tsubaki has, like, an actual vested interest in Godai as a person now, so I understand why he's not being a freak to him all the time. Whereas instead of him being like, I want to put you under a microscope and study you, now he's like, I worry about you as a person and that bad things are going to happen to you. And we just, like, don't even get to see Godai visit Sakurako all that often anymore because he's always on his bike going place to place for various emergencies.
Yeah, he's got to fight Grongies. He doesn't have time to climb up his friend's university.
He wants to so bad, though.
He will take
That's-
every
I know he
chance he
does.
can.
Sakurako at the beginning of the series asked, why are you the Kamen Rider? Why do you have to be this? Why do you have to be the Kuga Bugman superhero? The real answer is not because, well, it kind of fell on me. It's I want to have a world so I can climb back into your window
Yeah.
just for funsies.
That's kind of romantic.
Listen, if I let the Grongis destroy Japan, how am I going to be able to climb into Yorona?
Yeah, exactly.
You explain that one to me, motherfucker.
You think they'll spare the university just because I want to?
I thinketh not. What are we doing to Godai? I feel like we're slandering him just a little bit. I'm not sure.
We love him. We
I
say
am.
it all affectionately, I think.
This
I
is
am
true.
merely projecting.
That's also incredibly valid is the thing.
Look, he's
Or-
autistically coded. I'm gonna grow with that.
You know, that's so fair. That's so incredibly fair. Anyway, after our time at the university, as we're establishing what experiments we're gonna do, we head outside where we see a cool girl and she's painting her nails while sitting on a railing. And she's got her nails done up all kinds of fancy. Each nail's a different color. That's so cool. This is our Grongi, if you couldn't tell by the fact that she sort of sticks out like a sore thumb.
Happy Pride.
Yeah, true.
Time to die.
God,
Happy
true.
Pride. Congratulations on your gender.
Yeah, thank you for being so gender. I wish you would very stop being a murderer. Anyway, we
Here I
watch
go
her
murdering
Gonna
again.
do anything.
Yeah, here I go murdering again. Yeah, we watch her get into a taxi that is Among Us sus colored like one of her nails that we just got done watching her paint, and that it is white with a blue line. This may or may not be important later. It is your decision to decide if you remember it or not. And then we go over to Batman, who is
Making
having the
crazy
time of it.
faces.
Yeah, he is vamping
He's
for the
doing the
camera.
most.
He's shaking. He's got a small piece of gold that he puts to his belt area, I guess.
My precious navel piercing.
Yeah, really. I would be remiss if I didn't remember the from the back scene of him throwing open the coat. That makes it
Yeah.
look like he's flashing someone.
Flash.
Goodness. But also,
Yeah.
a little bit.
It's so good.
It's
Like,
it's
I know
really
it's supposed
good.
to kind of be that sort of bat silhouette, but it just looks like any scene from any media of a guy flashing someone in a trench coat that you see, from behind to censor him.
I was really hoping some old ladies would pass by and just go, oh,
Oh, my word!
good heavens.
Put on some pants, mister.
It's a really old lady.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
What are you doing now, Grandma?
I'm going gambling.
Yeah,
well, it is
that
Japan.
sounds about
If
right.
there's one thing I know about old ladies, they love gambling.
love
Or
to
maybe it's just
gamble.
all the old ladies in my life. I don't know. The old ladies in my life love to gamble.
No,
Yeah, that's my
does seem to be a
general
constant
experience,
of
too.
Old women is they love to gamble.
They love to
It's
gamble.
like vitamins to them.
Powerful.
It's funny that I make the joke, but I apparently am the one person in this call that is not does not know old ladies who gamble.
We got introduced
Maybe
you to
you're-
some old ladies that gamble.
Or maybe you'll become the old lady who gambles.
Whoa.
That's it.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Your destiny is sealed.
It's kind of like when you're like, I don't have any gay cousins. Wait.
You know, that's so true. I wish I had that thought, before I figured stuff out, because then it would have just been prophecy fulfilled. It would have been great.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you think that you don't have any gay cousins in your family, maybe consider some stuff.
It might be because you don't.
Yeah.
Look in the mirror, though.
Yeah. Tell yourself what you see.
Do you self-reflection just in general, because that's usually healthy, but also for the
Yeah.
joke, it'd be funny.
It would be really funny.
Sing Reflection for Mulan and see how it makes you feel.
Yeah.
What gay kid doesn't love that song, though? What trans kid doesn't love that song, though?
Hey,
Yeah.
hold on. I feel like this is theater kid erasure, and I'm not gonna stand for it. I
But
fucking
Get the fuck
adore
outta
that
here.
song.
Hey, you're also queer, though, is
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah.
I guess, but
And so
like,
are a lot of theater kids.
yeah, I guess that's fair.
It's a Venn diagram that almost becomes one circle.
Fair enough. Carry on.
Speaking of carrying on, where were we in the episode?
Batman flashes everybody on
yeah,
the street.
Batman flashes everyone. He pulls out his one gold doubloon, and he puts it up to his belt, and it shines, and we see him writhe in pain, and we're gonna deal with the consequences of that later.
He writhes in something.
He's writhing.
He's writhing
He
in
do be
public.
wiggling. That's one thing about him you gotta know.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you just gotta wiggle.
Speaking of
Sometimes you just
Batman.
gotta wiggle.
Understandable.
And from Batman, we go to Shinano University in Nagano, where we're gonna go take a look at those artifacts. We're gonna investigate them. We're gonna really get at eye level with them and try to make sure that we really translated this stuff as well as we could. Because maybe, just maybe, there might have been some mistakes. And
Now that a bunch of Cronky are fucking dead and there's Kuga symbols splattered in blood, I don't know. Maybe we should double check our homework.
might be worth it just to give it a once over.
Yeah, just to be safe.
Just to be safe. We head back on over to Pol because we got to stop and see what our side characters are doing just a little bit.
Yeah.
Got to make sure they're okay.
For now.
Minori is covering Godai's shift for the umpteenth time.
Even though she's a full-time freaking daycare worker.
I hope she's getting Godai's paychecks as well.
Honestly.
Does Godai get paid?
You know?
I don't know if
That's
Godai is
such a
considered
valid
to work
point.
there anymore, given how one of the episodes starts.
That's incredibly fair. It might have been one of those things where Pops was just like, yeah, you can crash in the bed upstairs, you just have to help with the restaurant every now and again.
Yeah.
Yeah, he paid
That's
him.
so idyllic. What the heck?
Yeah.
It's
And then
incredibly ideal.
Godai, with his infinite charms, just turned it, yeah, you can crash it upstairs if you want.
I mean, I'd let him.
Exactly.
Every once
It'd
in
be
a
hard
while,
to turn away that face.
Every once in a while, he gets it to make the most bomb-ass curry with his little frog mitt.
With this little
And how can you say no to
frog.
that? It's like, well, okay, he'll be back eventually with his frog mitt, and he's gonna make the best curry
Yeah.
we ever make.
Godai is like one of the greatest examples of how could I possibly stay mad at you?
True.
Scientifically impossible.
Look at him. Yeah, look at him. He'll just look at you and he'll be like, he leaves for like a week and you're mad about it because he didn't tell you he was going to do it, and it's like what? It's like spring break or something, and Golden Week or something, and it's just
Busy
rush
as
hour
hell.
constantly. And then he shows up and you're about to tear into him for leaving you with no warning. But when you wake up, everything's set up. He's already done like all the work for the day, and he just says, "Oh, good morning. I made you breakfast."
And it's your favorite.
And it's your favorite.
It's my favorite. Damn you!
Shit.
Thank you.
Fine.
And then
Brought
on
you a
the,
souvenir. God damn it!
on the side, there's like a new dish that you haven't tried, and then you try it, and you're like, you know what? This is exactly my palate. Thank you for helping me expand. And it's just... That son of a...
Son of a bitch.
You can't keep getting away with this.
Seriously. How did the universe let one man become so perfect? I won't stand for this anymore.
God, no wonder the Odagiri effect is a thing.
God, yeah,
Right.
we're falling for it. Shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even 23 years later, the Odakiri effect is going strong. We are all
Like,
simply
housewives.
perfect.
I guess you could make the argument that it's slightly different because it's we're mostly talking about personality and not necessarily looks. But also, I feel like
It's not
there's
like he's not handsome.
yeah, I feel
But
like there's a
also-
great amount of people in this podcast that would say such things.
Yeah, it's just
He's
kind
just a golden retriever as a
really
man.
is.
God, yes.
I mean, I think that I can't think it's looks alone. I think something. I mean, like, yes, it definitely was looks, but I have to think that
Yeah.
there's definitely sustainability in Yusuke Godai for sure. That especially
that's-
for a housewife would be like, man, yeah, wouldn't mind having him
Yeah,
around.
It's so incredibly
think-
fair.
I think there is a very clear distinction when using like the phrase that women were attracted to him because there's no fan service for him whatsoever in this show. Not in a conventional sense, anyway. You know, there's no, like, ab shots or anything like that. Whatever. They're relying entirely upon face and personality. And it's not like he doesn't have a very nice face. Like we've said, he's plenty attractive, but yeah, I completely agree. Also, given that all the other people in this show are also just as attractive, the fact that they latched onto him, it's gotta be personality.
It's gotta be, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's so fair.
Yeah, Ichijo's right there, and that man's handsome.
Ichijo is handsome.
Classically handsome.
Yeah. The fucking... I might be the only one who's on this particular tip, but Sugita, I think, very good-looking guy. I absolutely would. So it's certainly not just Godai. The looks definitely get him in the door, but it's the personality that lets him stay.
Yeah, I'm just...
Sugita's a very different market, but I get it.
Well, listen, I recognize that I might be the only one on that Sugita tip, but
You're so valid.
I've always been a Sugita stan.
People who are attracted to Sugita are ahead of their time. They probably get really into Mad Men later.
That's so fair.
I might not go so hard for Sugita. Sakura, though, especially with an upcoming episode that we'll be discussing, very high baby girl potential, very high Blorbo potential on that one for me, I think.
Oh, that's fair. That's incredibly fair. We should get back to the episode.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Nanagon, what were you saying?
Oh,
Oh yeah, please say your...
Well, I'm just realizing how dangerous Godai would be if he was a girl, because I'm like, the lesbians would devour that person.
Good lord, yeah. The strength of the world in the palm of her hands.
Yusuke Godai is a lesbian to me.
Yusuke Godai already dresses like a powerful lesbian.
So
true.
right is the thing.
This too is Yuri. We were... I believe we were still in Poli Poli. Pops is continuing to make his ULF4 scrapbook and musing about, you know, what his hobbies are, how cool he is. Speaking of the effect.
Yeah.
You know, contemplating which leg he washes first. All the things you'd love to ask him.
But he's also worried about our boy Godai as well. He's like, hey, y'all think something's up with Yusuke? He's been in one country for 8 months? That's not
crazy.
like... Yeah, that's crazy.
And Minori's like, well,
You think he has a girlfriend?
No.
No, I know he has a boyfriend.
Well,
yeah,
I
almost.
definitely know he doesn't have a girlfriend.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah, girl, no.
There's definitely someone tying him down.
That is so true. Also, this doesn't become relevant in this episode, but it is important. A little line that gets sprinkled in. Our girl Nana's got an audition lined up.
Ooh, yes.
Yay.
Good for you, Nana. You're really going for it. Live your actress dreams.
It's not remotely important, but I think it's fun that she, of all characters, because no one else really seems to be doing it, but she's been changing her hairstyles
Yeah.
every now and then.
I don't
She's
know
got
about
the
these
teased
pigtails.
today.
I
It's
don't
very
know.
dated.
Yeah.
So
Incredibly 90s.
Not my vibe.
They're a little messy.
I appreciate the effort to give her a new style. That's
like
real
the
life, you know? You
variety.
try a new hairstyle and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
That's okay.
It's time to watch our Grongi do a murder. She takes off one of her weird earrings, and then we don't exactly watch, but we more so hear a man turn into goo.
We hear it sizzle and drip.
My man is sizzling like a plate of pancakes. Delicious.
Yeah, it's very ooey gooey. Yeah, that one's this one's visceral.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
anyone else's note something along the lines of, "Oh God, that man got Terminator 2'd"?
Very good,
I've never
but
seen
unfortunately,
Terminator 2.
yeah, I'm not familiar
sorry.
enough with Terminator for that.
There's a scene that reminded me of it quite a lot. Granted, not the same exact death, but it just the impact of being impaled.
Yeah,
a little bit.
I see what you're talking. I remember what you're talking about.
Okay.
I guess. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I've seen Terminator 2. I was trying to search what you were referencing on that one, but yeah, okay, yes. I've been impaled. Yes.
Yeah.
It is all coming back to me. Not quite the same liquid.
Yeah, it's
definitely
true.
liquid though.
Yeah.
Whenever this groggy, they keep doing like multiple shots that. Speaking of things that just play in my head, whenever she would exit the cab, truly the thing in my brain is just let's go, girls.
Click.
Oh my god.
I mean, honestly, the heels constantly fanning herself, like, incredibly powerful girl energy coming off of this woman.
I also adore that she was truly in line of sight of that second cab that she walks straight. Sure. She exits the cab, walks straight to that cab. Baseline weird, but there's definitely screaming and steam coming out of that first cab, and that cab driver was not paying attention whatsoever.
My man was on break until exactly 4 seconds before she got in that cab. Yeah. His ass was asleep. He was not cognizant. Yeah. He was
his alarm.
Break just ended.
His alarm for waking up just happened to be someone screaming, and that's, it didn't go off that time, but he thought it did.
He was a big fan of horror movies, you gotta understand.
Mm-hmm.
We head back to the university for a bit where we're just talking about, like, Godai's doing his best, so Sakurako wants to make sure she's doing her best too, because
we all love him.
Yeah, everyone loves Godai. He's perfect. He's immaculate in every way. He is a golden entity that we cannot touch, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And we head back to
agrees.
Yeah. And Ichijo's like, I'm the one who was closest to God because I get to kiss him. And then we head back to the police university where Godai is doing arts and crafts.
Yeah. He
makes a lizard. He had free time. He make a lizard. It's so true. He has so many of those things that are made. It truly makes me wonder if he was just quick with it, or if, much like her own child, Enokita just, like, left him there for, like, 2 hours.
I think both. He started about an hour and 45 minutes in, but
I think
he still made it.
Yeah, right. He figured out, oh yeah, hey, I could be doing this. He said it was skill like what, 21? Like that's a pretty early one. He probably
something like that.
He can probably just do that without looking at any guides.
Oh, for sure.
Within a minute, just make some newspaper into a lizard.
Yeah,
love to make some newspaper into a lizard.
And he's like, take them to your son, Akita, and she goes, my what?
My what?
Who?
My note for this part specifically was, hey, Enokita, remember what a shitty mom you are?
This isn't specifically
seen
for
her son.
Yeah,
we have not seen her son in a lot of episodes.
I understand. I've just pieced it together. Her son is ULF-0.
Of course.
Oh my god.
It all makes sense.
It's not like she ever would have noticed.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Well,
it's
because
the perfect cover.
She never actually had a son the whole time. So
she
like,
just forgot. So when yeah.
She's used to spending all night at the research center because she never had anyone to go home to before. And then grandma calls and she's like, what about your son? And she's like, what about my what? And then she remembers.
You couldn't have possibly forgotten about your son, did you? Oh no, my son. Yes, I'll be maybe home tonight to see a little my kid.
John?
Just see a little looks at smudged writing on hand. Charvis? Yeah, I'll be there for him.
The continuity with this book is killing me, though.
It is real good. It's Chekhov's paper crafts.
How many episodes ago did she get that book legitimately?
Oh, that was a little while ago at this
It
point.
was a while ago.
At least 10 of them, right? It
feels
like
at least 10. Because it was like the second time Jean went to visit, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, easily at least 10. girl, you left that shit here the whole time. What are you doing? You didn't even bring it home with you.
She hasn't gone home yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think she has left that building in 20 episodes. Like, genuinely, I think I might have put a note down in a later episode. Just like, I don't think she's left the Institute. I think she sleeps here all the time and has brought several changes of clothes.
You know, maybe.
She's got the desk bed, like George Costanza.
It's very in vogue in Japan. It was a style at the time. I will say we sung Yusuke's praises for a very long time. I will say I have one note to counter this.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
As the scene ends, I wrote down, rejecting a lunch date with a MILF, I spit upon you, Yusuke.
All right, fair.
He is spoken for.
I don't care. Go
Listen.
to lunch with her. She invited you.
Yeah, but like
go to lunch with your son.
Yeah, go to lunch with your son, bitch. Like, what the fuck?
The fuck do you keep saying I have a son?
And besides, I think he has a more than legitimate reason to skimp out on lunch with a MILF, because he has to go back to his goddamn job.
That's not a good reason, in fairness.
Listen, I just want him to help out Pol more. I demand it. Do the work that was requested of you, Yusuke, and then I will allow you to be perfect.
Well, too late. There's 80% of a melted person and 20% of an unmelted person implied. I don't like that implication, frankly.
You know,
still 20% of a recognizable person in here.
That sucks, actually.
That's almost a fourth of a person.
That's too much of a person to be unmelted.
Yeah.
It was funny that way, so that's why she let him stay unmelted.
You know?
Man,
yeah?
Please stop.
Okay.
Melts you.
You said stop. There you go.
Melts you only 70%.
Yeah.
You bitch.
Melt man. Power to melt.
But yeah, so we are going to be going to the scenes of our crimes, because of course, for whatever reason, whenever the police get involved, it isn't until at least 3 people have died.
It's just policy.
I figure it's at that's generally the point where they, it's a serial murder, and they're like, okay, there's like a pattern, and these are all real weird. They found the first one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They do make a point to work fast, these grungy, so...
Yeah, I suppose that is the one saving grace of the police, that maybe it's just been like 40 minutes.
Yeah,
we got those timestamps. We could be measuring this.
Oh, yeah.
You make a fair point. Before we do go ahead and go into our policemen go into action, we do also have a short little scene of Sakurako and Ichijo back at the university, where they are checking out the artifacts. They're going to look at the tomb. They're going to contemplate the nature of the warrior that was in the coffin that, all the way back in episode 1, that dude who Hannibal busting through it out of his coffin and murdered a bunch of people. We're going to try and figure out who that guy is, maybe.
There was another guy who did not bust in through. He was just
yes, that's right. Yeah, there's the dude who was in the coffin, and then there was the dude who was Hannibal busting through, who we assume is Ul F-Zero. Which, that stands to reason, I think.
Yeah, I think that's just directly identified. We just don't know anything else.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But yeah, so we're watching our girl. She's doing some murders. When she, she's power strutting like a girl bosses want to do. When she passes in front of what I guess is like a cool bar or something. This scene is kind of inscrutable to try and describe, because she's just like walking past a building that for all intents and purposes looks fairly well abandoned, and there is a car that is lifted into the air for some reason, and that is what Batman is sitting on, covered up entirely by his umbrella, because, you know, he hates the sun, if you'll recall.
Grungy being extra, you gotta love it.
I do love when the Grungy be extra.
Love it.
And old Batman, apparently he's gotten a little big for his britches. He's out here making demands. He wants to know where the fuck Daguva is. Or no, Baruba. He wants to know where our Rose Lady is first. And she's like, hey, I'm in the middle of my thing. Here, can you fuck off, you weirdo? And that's when we get our big reveal.
Whoa.
Gasp.
Batman has also begun serving.
He got the sunscreen injected into him, like in Gremlins the Part 2.
He's got the fucking long hair. He's got the leather pants. He's got the all black crop top.
I definitely wrote down later Batman Hot Boy Summer.
Oh
Hot
yeah,
Batman
no,
Summer
absolutely.
Or something like that. Like, it's so funny.
Yeah, no,
my extra on Blade now
was actually Hot Boy Summer Batman.
Oh, it's delightful.
It's a hell of a fit. And also, we see him turn into the Batman, and now the Bat has hair.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was
luscious.
I was like,
locks.
For the entire watch session, I was like, something's off about Batman.
You get a haircut?
Batman? Something's different about you.
Something's different about you, my man.
Oh, right.
Good.
The glorious golden locks of hair.
Maybe he's
How
born
could I
with
forget?
I don't think he's born with it. I think it's L'Oreal, because he is worth it. Yeah, this Batman hair is so wild. I kind of love it, though.
It's so out of place is my favorite thing.
Yeah, it looks like they sewed a wig onto the back of his head.
I think they did.
They probably did.
A wig?
Yeah, on it.
It doesn't really mess with the suit in any capacity.
It's flip-flopping.
It's great.
It's wonderful. So he drags our girl boss into a bar. It's time for some grungy on grungy violence. Which means we get to watch her transform into
a beast of some sort.
She becomes some form of creature.
Vega.
She's a Wolverine.
Yeah.
She becomes Vega from Street Fighter.
This is so true, except like a more evil, more powerful Vega, because also, I guess her blood is acid?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I thought
Yeah.
Never mind.
I noticed it the second time. I'm sorry. Should I interrogate this?
Please, go for it.
Looking.
Interrogating me.
Yes.
I was just gonna say that I think that acid blood is very sexy of her.
Thank you.
Thank you for your honesty. We appreciate it.
Look, I'm trying to be more honest.
We appreciate that.
Love that for you.
Now go into the pit.
Okay.
To the woods with you.
No.
But no, I too think it's very sexy. I didn't notice the sexiest part where she, until like the second time, I think when she actually fights Kuga, where she takes the claw and then digs it into her own flesh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it is
and
really
you see the
cool.
blood. Yeah, it's sick. Like
it's oh man. Okay, so I looked her up to see if I could figure out what was going on with her. Based off of the tattoo, which I don't think we ever got a chance to get a good look at her tattoo at any point in the episode, but based on her tattoo, she is apparently supposed to be a scorpion.
The X-Spikes. She's got the
The
venom.
reason I owe Amanda, though, is
And a braid.
there was some concept art here. I'm sad the suit didn't look more like this concept art.
Yeah,
right?
that is just Scorpion Man.
Yeah, okay.
This concept art fucking rules.
Oh, I should look up more Kamen Rider concept art.
Yeah,
for
probably.
Creative stuff.
Absolutely, yeah. That does seem like a wellspring of creative inspiration.
That said, be careful, given the how we have not finished the series.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
unfortunately,
for
I
sure.
won't be able to look up Kuga, but it's something.
But hey, soon. Anyways.
But yeah, no, the Scorpionness definitely reads a lot more in the concept art than in the actual suit. Although I will definitely also say this particular fight scene is not doing the suit a lot of favors. It is obviously pretty dark in the bar. Yeah.
Yeah, the all black suit in the dark room.
Seems like a fun venue, honestly. Would love to see a show there.
Yeah, for sure.
But the show in this case is the girls are fighting.
Yeah.
And we get word to the police, all units, the girls are fighting.
Yeah. All units, cat fight in the bar. I repeat, cat fight in the bar. So the police they do quite legitimately just kind of show up to watch. Mm-hmm. I do like that they stance up like they're gonna do something, and then they're like, we might be a little too big for our britches on this one, boys. Maybe pull back.
You know what? We can't.
Yeah, I believe they were looking at all the acid fumes, and they were like, we should go.
We don't have any equipment for this.
Yeah, the direct quote, breathing the smoke is probably a bad idea. Let's pull back. Which, you know what, Sugita? You are correct. Probably a bad idea.
Yeah, smart shit, honestly.
Let's go get our own.
And that's why
man.
If it sucks,
yeah,
hit
that's
the
why
bricks.
King Bats thinks you're so sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I'm always saying this.
But
yeah, so...
My favorite part about this fight is the claw cam.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, oh, I'm gonna get you.
So good.
Coming right at him.
Very fun slasher movie tech.
Yeah, right. There's a few fun slasher movie techniques in some upcoming episodes. Maybe the next one, maybe the two, but yeah, like we get some. This is very Evil Dead. Just weapon POV, just zooming at you.
You'll have to see it. Yeah. So we call Kuga into the scene. He arrives. We get word that Ichijo is heading on his way back to Japan. He's already in Japan. Back to Tokyo is what I meant. He's heading his way back to Tokyo from Nagano so he can be part of the investigation. And Kuga is gonna go. He's gonna get in there. He's gonna go ahead and mix it up. And that
next time on Dragon Balls.
Yeah, exactly. That transitions
as it all goes
quite directly into our next episode 37, Transition. If you were wondering who's coming out, it's Batman. Congratulations.
Yeah, for real.
Congratulations, Batman.
Good for
2
her.
hours
so
on HRT.
Of you.
Yeah. See that hair? That's how it is.
Yeah.
His skin
Happy for you.
clear.
Gotta get some of that HRT.
God, I wish that were me.
Yeah, right?
Get that grungy HRT.
My skin.
We all need
My
it.
skin's a nightmare these days.
Well, you've unfortunately taken the one that makes your
I
skin
know.
worse.
Yeah.
I am sorry to say you took the other one.
It's true. I don't regret it whatsoever, but sometimes I'm like, damn, there's only so much my skincare can do.
Yeah.
I will say,
I apologize
as we...
to you,
I will say as we transition into the the next episode, I know this isn't like really going to signify any real change, but I did notice there was just like a nice little like, hey, we didn't really feel like busting out the CG this episode, so they just sort of do the henshin with some like real quick like whoosh, 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 cuts. It was fun. Like I think not even the belt. Like he just goes, he does the belt motion. Cut. There's a belt on him. Cut. He's now Kuga. like boom.
Yeah, it's simple. It works.
And
it's simple. It's clean.
And he does the color change while passing through a shadow in the bar. Like that was cool.
That's
I
tasty.
appreciate it. That was very nice.
It's very good. Yeah. Some smart camera work in old Kuga.
Anyways, it's time for a cold open, so he gets his ass beat.
Yeah, it's time for a cold open where he gets his ass beat. Also, apologies, I was so excited about the transition joke that I accidentally jumped the gun. Transition is episode 38. We're on episode 37, which is approach.
We're approaching transition.
We're approaching our transition.
The HRT appointment has been scheduled.
Yeah, congratulations, Batman.
That's the most. That's so exciting. I'm so happy for
I've
you.
already been growing out the hair.
So, relatable grungy moments.
The Grongi continue to be incredibly gender. When will it ever stop?
God
Probably never.
Probably never.
Why are you
I'm
like
so excited for ULF 0 to be the most gender of all. Like, that's
Oh
the
my
superpower.
They're
Yeah.
just gender supreme.
They've been eating
Yeah.
everyone else's gender.
Yeah, that's why they've been killing all the other ULFs.
like a,
Yeah.
Absorbing their
gender
like
cannibal
fucking
spider?
Chula.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
This is my theory.
Mm.
Powerful.
I like it.
So excited.
I am well and truly curious if we are going to get a set of Kamen Rider villains that are as gender as the Grongi ever again.
I truly doubt it.
Yeah.
Probably not as, like, not in the same, like, flamboyant super future science of gender that Grongi seem to have.
Yeah.
I feel like they would be very specific niche genders.
Yeah, I could
Otherwise.
certainly see like some onesie twosie ones who might be pretty gender, but yeah, I don't think we're gonna get a group as a whole that is as gender, and certainly
Their
not
culture
like
is gender.
yeah.
Yeah.
Kamen Rider gender.
Kamen Rider gender.
Kamen Rider gender.
Pride flags as Kamen Riders.
Powerful.
That would be wild.
Honestly, those are some.
Yeah, those are all
Damn.
solid Kamen Rider, if
What
not
the fuck?
already existing Kamen Rider palettes.
There is fucking Revice's trans
Yeah.
flag colors.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sure is.
Kamen Rider Pride. There's our show.
There it is, Kamen Rider
all the
Pride.
gay ones, which means all of them.
$8,000 on the Patreon. We'll have enough to fund an entire Toku show, and we'll make it.
We'll make Kamen
An
Rider
entire
Pride.
show on $8,000.
That's the highest budget Toku I've ever.
Yeah. Well, look, are you thinking that we're gonna get like 1 million per episode?
Well, no, it's just that we're going to blow like 2/3 of our budget just getting all of us into the same
Of
room.
explosions.
True.
I
And
mean, yeah, but
also
like that was.
Anyway, we should approach the cold open of this fight, which is or the cold open
Sorry,
of this
I
episode.
have
which
one
is-
more tangent.
please.
One more quick tangent. Just
Heavy
because
load.
I'm hung up on the notion of trans Batman now.
Yeah,
It's
all
like
right.
that.
Okay.
It's like that comic I saw a while ago. That's just like it's just two panels of a guy like of just this like bearded dude sitting at his table drawing, going like, "Man, I feel like shit. Everything in my life sucks. I need to change
my
something
God.
about myself." And the next panel, they're a girl. It's like this is better, but I still have a lot to work on.
Yeah,
They're
I
just
love
the
that
same
comic.
expression.
So good.
it's so fucking good. We
That's
got
trans
part of
Batman.
the way there. Yep.
This is fucking awesome. I still have a lot to work on.
Yeah.
Everybody
you have not
still hates
stopped
me.
being Batman is the problem.
Yeah, unfortunately, like, this is good. The rest of you kind of suck still, but
Mhm.
you're moving towards something good here, I hope. We'll find out.
Well, we believe in you,
We'll
Batman.
approach it.
But yeah, so it's a cold open of an episode. Kuga's got to get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't get entirely sauced on this one. It's mostly just that he kind of gets stopped because he doesn't expect Batman to be so cool. He didn't know that Batman transitioned.
Whoa. I didn't know you were Weird Al Yankovic.
God, it kind of does look like his hair, doesn't it?
Oh
Hmm.
my god.
Yeah, it really does have that. Oh my god.
That's so fucked. Why did you
Then he
do
gets-
that?
Look at me
Then he
and
gets run
Garangi.
over with a clothes.
Look at me, I'm Garangi and nerdy.
No.
Anyways,
Anyway, Batman, he beat. I'm not gonna say that. Not in this specific group. I can't be the one to speak those words. Anyway,
I'm terrified.
No, you've got it at this point.
you do have me a little curious.
it's
I'm
Just because it's one of those things where if it was literally anyone else here, it would have been fine. But because it's me, I was gonna say, so Batman beats Kuga off. Which, right?
No,
That's so much less bad than what I thought you were
Right
gonna
in the
say.
venue?
All right.
Didn't even take him to the bathroom or anything?
You didn't even take him to... Listen,
wowie.
fucking Batman's transitioned. He's feeling dangerous now.
Yeah, you know what?
Jeez.
She's, you know, it's time for the slut
Absolutely
era.
serving. Yeah, exactly. It's called Hot Boy Summer for a reason. He's doing the hot boy shit.
Shout outs to sluts. I appreciate you.
Shout outs to sluts. I'm so glad that someone else is joining me on this campaign finally.
Look, no, that is a legitimate shout out. I appreciate them.
Yeah, we need to appreciate sluts more. I've always been saying this.
Appreciate you respectfully.
Yeah, of course.
Go appreciate your local slut today.
What should I say to her?
Just, tell her that you appreciate her and her efforts. I don't know, maybe give her a cookie.
You look very nice. Here's a
Maybe like
give her
a gift card to Bath and Body Works or some shit.
Yeah.
Women do love Bath and Body Works.
Support
Women do love
her.
Bath and Body Works.
Yeah,
subscribe to her OnlyFans.
Yeah, support legislation that she wants passed. I don't know.
Yeah, just.
Ma'am, you look beautiful today. Can you tell me your political beliefs so that I can align mine with them?
Queen, what's your political party?
Damn girl, you ass fat. What's your political party?
Jesus Christ, this episode's never going to end.
It's never gonna
I'm bringing
end.
back chivalry, and this is how.
Oh, if anyone can do it, you could.
Yeah, I
God.
would trust no one else with this task but you, V-Drops.
Yeah, truly.
You will be the knight that the sluts need.
I'll do my best.
I would apologize,
So,
but I think I'm editing this episode, so joke's on me.
Yeah,
So you're keeping it in, aren't you?
you better.
Probably.
Yeah.
This does remind me,
This
I
is
saw a
fun.
girl at Target with a shirt that just said, go suck a dick.
Yeah.
On it. That's
That's
salute on it, coach.
Powerful.
Yeah, commands for gamers.
Mixing plans, alright.
Yeah. Listen,
What-
I got an
what
app
were
to help you.
So easy.
Alright. Kamen Rider. Is,
Speaking
we're
of sucking dick,
Yes.
here's Batman.
So yes, Batman is successfully
Jesus
able
Christ.
to defeat Kugo enough to be like, fuck this, I'm out. I'll find Rosarenga on my own.
How do you like me now?
How you like me now? I'm hot now. I'm in my slut era. You can't possibly stop me. We go back to the Nagano University where we see Sakurako busting out the cyber fit.
Yeah.
She's turning on the red
Science
light.
moments.
Yeah, she's putting on Glasses 2, the sequel to Glasses. You have to plug them into your Ethernet.
Yeah. She's got
putting
the,
on
she's
the
got
fucking
cyber lenses.
Yeah, the beta Google Glass.
Google
and she,
Glass.
Wretched.
she's checking out the Carmophagus. We're gonna figure out. I thought you would pop as soon as I said that. We're gonna find out if they really put the pussy in there.
Yeah, we gotta analyze it.
Yeah. Check the walls, make sure.
We gotta see if the original Cougar fucked good because he put the pussy in the Scarmanophagus.
Oh fuck.
Jesus Christ. This is going to be our longest episode of Kuga and potentially the longest episode of First Time Rider.
No, we can't.
No, it's
refuse.
fine. We'll be good.
Only 3.5
believe in
hours
us.
more.
Oh shit, my head hurts.
Oh no.
Karma.
No, it's good. It's fine. It's a good head hurts.
Oh no.
I'm lightheaded. I've been laughing too much. I've experienced too much joy in my life. Thank you for doing this podcast with me. So Sakurako is investigating the sarcophagus. We head back over to the research lab where John Whiteman is going to shoot his shot one more time. You know, I respect the hustle, John Whiteman. I also respect the incredible balls it took to walk into this woman's office and call her by her first name.
Yeah, yeah. I wrote that shit down too.
You thought I wouldn't know that shit, didn't you, John Whiteman? I saw you say Hina.
Hikari, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Hikari. Yes.
He added the Chan. Yeah, the Chan. He's not all in there, but
yeah, he's not being.
He went for it.
But he's trying to shooting this, and you know what? She didn't say anything about it to him.
Didn't bat an eye.
Yeah, she in fact did not try to deflect the conversation until after he started trying to bring it towards her son that doesn't exist.
You stopped speaking my language, John. I'm sorry.
Yeah. As he gazed longingly at the papal model art book.
He has such sad, soulful eyes.
Such sad, soulful. Yeah. What happened to you, John Whiteman? Who hurt you?
I mean, somebody did. He's definitely implied it.
I assume his parents.
I feel like there's a heavy implication that his parents were very much like Enokita.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's doing the best for this boy, and I respect that.
I care him so much. Yeah. He's so sweet.
Absolutely.
Man, I really appreciate hearing that, having, you know, recently QA'd some of the earlier episodes. I think it was like a week or two ago I QA'd the episode where John Whiteman got introduced. And I remember people talking about how he probably wasn't going to be plot relevant at all.
Well, he found a plot to be relevant.
Yeah. So seeing that this deep in the episode, people being like, I like and care about John Whiteman, it's like, hell yeah, fuck yeah.
I mean, how could you not?
How could you? He's great. John Whiteman's wonderful.
So many good characters in Kuga, Jesus Christ.
It's literally just like top to bottom good characters.
Kamen Rider Kuga is revitalizing my faith in television.
Perfect.
Yeah.
As a 20-year-old show.
I hope that they make more shows like this soon.
Damn.
Yeah.
I hope they make a sequel to Kamen Rider.
I really hope they make a sequel to Kamen Rider. I look forward to it.
Hopefully. We shall see. Go ahead.
There's a brief aside I remember. In the midst of John's rendezvous, where Yusuke and crew are racking their brain on this new Grangi.
Yes. Yeah,
and
we've
first of all, Yusuke has grown enough of a brain to contemplate collateral damage, especially of a Grangi full of acid. Contemplating that, oh yeah, these bitches explode when they die. And that's gonna become an extra problem. And I was like, when did you grow a brain for this? And then I was like, oh yeah, you did become a nuke. I guess you have been forced to now contemplate this with every kick.
Yeah. You kind of when you turn yourself into a nuke, you suddenly have to consider the collateral ramifications of every person that you fight.
He sure doesn't. In weird spots, and they always keep him from doing the kick anyway. It's like,
yeah,
there's some real Saved by the Bell denials of the finisher sometimes. It's like, Ichijo's right there. He's gonna die if you pull this off, dude. Don't do it.
I almost feel like it's not even intentional. It's just like the suit being like, oh yeah, I do this when I try to kill someone, and it puts the symbol on there, and it's like, all right, blow up, motherfucker. And then they don't, and it's like, oh right, yeah, I got to do better.
He's just lost in the sauce. The other thing I found funny is that we're so deep in this show at this point, that the police are fully locked in on that there are patterns to this. But it's so funny seeing them like actively think it out and like go through the list of potential stupid shit that it might be.
Yeah.
Have you figured out every stupid pattern? Have you organized the witnesses? Have you organized the license plates? Have you organized the car type? Like, okay, they're all taxis. What else do they have in common?
What else do they have in common? We got to figure out something.
It's gonna be dumb. We have to go everywhere for this.
So I think that actually, like, as silly as this might sound, I think that increased the horror for me. Like, if I watched this as a kid, I would be, like, terrified because of how hyper-specific it is. Because, like, usually in my child brain, I used to try to rationalize, like, oh, you know, well, they can't attack me because I'm X, Y, and Z, and here's all the factors.
Right.
But then it's just like, no, what if that's literally just that's the exact factors that they're going after, and it's just like, oh,
yep.
I guess we're not safe here either. God damn it.
Here's a bunch of new monsters that do very specific things. They could be your specific thing.
Cool. Hate it.
Jason's not gonna get you because you're not at Camp Crystal Lake. Don't worry about it. This guy will get.
However,
do you ride a taxi?
This new Garangi only attacks people who are scared of Garangi.
God, I would so see that happening at this point.
See,
like literally just like hunting down every child that has publicly said, "I'm scared of Garangi."
Yeah.
Or every child that said the opposite.
Said the opposite. No, that's what the episode would actually be about.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna make you scared. Deal with it.
Well, I'm gonna make you dead.
Yeah.
You
Gonna make everyone else
scared,
scared.
motherfucker.
Yeah. Fear of God.
That's what they would do. Is they would hunt down the people who said out loud that they were not scared of Grungy. They would like chase them into like an alley or like back them into a corner, and they would make them say that they were scared, and then they'd kill them. And it would be fucked up. Because the Grongi are goddamn freaks.
Words.
Yeah. Truly, it's just like the Garangi, like, are you safe in the Garangi? The answer is nuh-uh.
No.
Because you're like, well, I can do this. And it's like, nuh-uh, the Garangi just do this instead. And it's like, okay, terrifying.
I mean, yeah. And then you have shit like from like Owlman. It's just like, well, do you live in this city? Well, they're gonna visit it because it's first on the alphabet.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks. Hate it.
That's arbitrary. You're just
I hope
gone.
you didn't go outside today because that's what he was aiming for this time around.
Do you like to go to the water park? Bad news, buddy.
Yeah, you better hope you're not in that fucking staff.
Yeah, and joke's on you. Now it's the cities again, but in reverse order. So if we missed you the first time,
we're gonna get you all the way back.
Yeah. Oh man, I was in the Z City. I thought I was good. No, you're not.
Like, you are never safe. Nothing will protect you.
Google
Damn,
won't kill me though.
Yeah, no, it's really good, but also I'm like, this is a kid show and this would traumatize me. I would close my shades at night and be like, the Grongi aren't real, the Grongi aren't real.
You just gotta remember.
Oh, but they are.
Yeah. The unfortunate thing is now I'm just saying the Grongi aren't real because their gender isn't real either. Just like their elusive,
you can make it real.
Their elusive gender science is just science fiction, unfortunately.
Listen, science fiction is just the precursor to science fact. You have the ability, you have the power.
It's true. All these Grongi's genders are available now.
You know what?
They were not available in the year 2000.
I'm gonna synthesize the Grongi genders and then we'll get back to you.
Yeah. Let's hope that the experiment doesn't go wrong in certain ways. That might go bad, but
that's part of the gender.
Yeah, this is so true. Gender requires sacrifice. I'm always saying this.
And then you can summon a 5-star gender.
Yes.
Oh, I want a 5-star gender. Birthday level rarity.
Oh my god. You have to do your daily gender pulse.
Oh my god.
I'll do it.
I was not saying gotchas, but alright.
No, I got the joke.
Yeah, I figured King Vance would have gotten in at this point.
So from the crime scene, which I do want to just talking about the crime scene real quick because I looked at my notes to see if there was anything relevant, and I remembered the notes where I saw when Ichijo shows up at the crime scene and Godai just fucking lights up.
Yeah.
He is so happy
Tail
that Ichijo
wagging.
showed up. Yes. I literally, my first note was lit up like a puppy. Yeah, absolute tail wagging is happening right now. He's so happy that his boyfriend has shown up to help him investigate the series of murders. Which, I care you, Godai. I'm glad that you get to have at least a little bit of joy during all of this. We hop back to the Institute just to watch John Whiteman and Enokita go through the data that he had dropped off for a little bit until Enokita gets a call from Ichijo where he's like, hey, this new Grongi is using acid. We're gonna have to try and have you guys look into it, see if maybe we can get a neutralizing agent of some kind. So obviously Enokita's back to the grindstone as she always is. She offers to allow Mr. Whiteman to leave, and he's like, no, I think I'll stay. I'll just wait. Which, good on you, Jean. Way to really try and stick it out here. I'm proud of the household. I really am.
Get yourself a giant pot of coffee.
Gee, yeah,
they make them here,
while, my man. You are going to be waiting for a while, my man. And then we get a call from I haven't had to say her name in so long that I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Who's Girl Cop? I feel bad. I forgot Girl Cop.
Oh,
I don't remember
Girl
either.
Cop. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I forgot you, Girl Cop. Yeah, you're cute and fun, and I'm glad that you've just been allowed to be cute and fun now that you have been entirely shot down by the gay cop. Sorry that happened to you, by the way.
She's in the secret identity thing with Sugito and Co. too, which is fun.
Yeah.
Like, I think last episode starts with him being like, "Oh man, I'm not used to other people being on this radio channel."
Yes, that's right, because he fucking calls them.
I can't say sweet nothings to Ichijo only on this channel anymore.
Yeah.
I truly love how we are really casually just bringing more and more people into this inner circle of knowing. It's not like a huge deal every single time, but just slowly but surely, we're just seeing people on the outskirts being like, oh, okay, cool, well, nice to meet you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's really good. I was thinking as we were watching that it's like, in Ichigo, we were notorious for saying that, like, oh, we didn't actually, like, know who or what, or, like, what the rules are, and who knew who Hongo was.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't really been thinking about it too much in Kuga, but that's because it just kind of flows naturally. It's like, oh yeah, no, it can just be a thing. It's nice.
Yeah. No, it's very nice that we just kind of know. There's not really any mystery to it, like there was in Ichigo. It's very clearly drawn out as to who knows and who doesn't know, and that is appreciated, I say.
Mm-hmm.
So if Police Girl calls us because we've gotten a report of another murder, our girl boss is out there, girl bossing it, and we got to go try and stop her. And in the meantime, while we head off to the scene of the crime, we get to go to another weird, dark, Grongi meeting place.
Yeah.
Yay.
Where we get to meet our two newest Grongi combatants, the Grongi Rocker and Jenny VTuber.
Yes!
God, my God.
I literally wrote QOL.
I did write in my notes that I really love the office lady Grongi.
She's very good.
Yeah.
Her and Grongi Liu Kang.
Yeah, he does look like Liu Kang. It is wild.
Oh, I love these two. Like
Right.
they have completely okay. Liu Kang is still like kind of gender Liu Kang. he's got the makeup on and shit, but that is just an OL.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
just an
like-
office
So funny
lady.
that that's just.
Is she even a Grongi?
At this point, who
She's
can
just some
say?
lady.
Maybe she's just
Yeah.
here
There's
to
a part of-
watch.
She truly just feels like someone who like is a normal person and applied for a job online.
Grongi
and
intern.
got hired. Yeah. Like they just hired some lady and she didn't really question it because they have like good pay and benefits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 40 an hour, so I got this job and I'm not going to waste it.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah, no, it's so...
I saw her and I loved her. It
Yeah,
didn't matter
no.
what her
Yeah.
name was or what her shtick is.
Yeah, absolutely
I'm
agree.
I'm happy to say that not to spoil too much, I think I do. I think she's up there in favorite Grongi.
Yeah.
For all sure. The time she gets.
She's very good. Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of Grongi VTuber. I appreciate the hell out of her. Also, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that they meet up with Prince Grongi. He is in fact still around.
Yeah. Saying it.
When will it be Prince Grongi's turn? We shall find out eventually.
4 episodes, I believe.
Yeah, probably
5,
something like
that. I think.
Anyway, they just have a quick conversation about the state of Grongi stuff, which partially is like, hey, what the fuck are we gonna do about Batman? And Prince Grongi is like, don't worry, the Batman situation is gonna fucking sort itself out. We don't have to worry about that. Which we
don't worry about Batman ever.
It's so true. Which we then cut to Batman in the summer heat. You can tell by the way he uses walk. He's a woman.
That's the hot Batman summer. I definitely noted because he is sweating,
strutting, yeah,
and strutting. It looks so hot in that singular shot.
So hot, yeah.
And then we find out it's nearly autumn.
They cranked the exposure up so high on this shot, and he is making all of the faces.
Doing the most.
Making every facial expression.
Batman makes crazy faces at you until you leave.
I want to be that person that's just, like, walking 10 feet behind this guy, just, like, I'm just on, like, my daily walk to work or whatever, and then he just stops, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to just pass him by. I don't know why he stopped. He's like, it'll be your turn to die, and I'm like,
Oh,
I'm good, my guy?
I'm not Dogva. I'm gonna keep going.
Alright,
like,
good talking to you, brother.
I need to see how people react to this while they're just out and about being weirdos in public.
I've been on the bus. The answer is usually, you mind your own damn business.
Yeah.
I just want to see their faces.
Yeah, right.
I want to see their faces reacting to this.
It's just so... Like, the thing you were describing is truly so familiar to me. Just, like, walking down literally any city street.
Mm-hmm.
It's just some dude just, like, making crazy faces. Going on his own mental journey.
Yeah.
I think things just must be wild over there. I don't think I experience anything like that here.
Man, ever?
Not generally, no. It would be a noteworthy experience. It's not a normal thing for me.
Mm.
It's not super common, but to be fair, walking down here is also not super common.
That's also fair, I think.
This is not a city that is built for people to do foot transit. But every now and again you might get one.
I can say fully commuting on a public bus will also get you this experience.
Yeah, no,
at
for sure.
least once.
These are the secrets.
Yeah, no, definitely. The bus is where the freaks hide. If you wish to find your local freaks, head to the bus.
They're going somewhere.
It's
their business. Probably the library.
Yeah, most likely. And you should go there too. Support your local libraries, everybody. Anyway, we go back to Pol, where we get a postcard from our girl Mika. Woo! She successfully didn't die in Nagano. Good job.
She continues to stay alive.
Please continue to do this until the end of the series. Mika,
I just want to remind
back with you
that Mika is safe and sound and has currently not undergone any harm.
Yeah.
Thank God.
We will keep you updated on these events as they continue to transpire.
Yeah. Fucking Mika Watch 2023. It's day 14 of Mika Watch and she's still okay. Yeah.
If you can believe it, she is still okay.
Yeah, David Lynch.
Thank you, David.
Mika Watch.
Yeah. David Lynch would present Miko Watch anyway.
We get a nice little thing with Pops. Aging 10,000 years after he makes a pop culture reference.
It's so good.
Also refers to himself as an adventurer. So Pop's gay? Confirmed to be gay? Maybe. Is he the gay uncle?
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't think he meant that kind of adventure, but like, you know,
whatever.
When in Rome, right?
If you're using that code.
Yeah.
Being as 10,000 years old as he is.
Yeah, Pops. You know, maybe you make a wonderful point. Maybe you think he'd be more clued in on the goat, I think, than, huh? Yeah. You think he wouldn't have asked about the girlfriend? He would have just been like,
Maybe he's just covering.
Maybe
he's just covering for the straights.
He
understands. He understands Yusuke isn't an adventurer too.
Yeah,
full on.
Powerful. I appreciate this powerful new direction for Pops. I'm gonna lock that one into the personal headcanon.
Like, truly, if he's not the gay uncle, who is?
That's a good question. Yeah.
If you don't have a gay uncle.
Yeah, like, I've seen this man.
Yeah, you know, the more that you talk about it, the more I think about Pops and his whole deal, and I'm like,
have you seen his simultaneous place of business and living?
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
This man might as well be hanging out with Nathan Lane, is all I'm saying.
You know, and we love that for him.
Yeah.
I think more people should be hanging out with Nathan Lane. Nathan Lane is a wonderful person. So yeah, we get to learn that Mika is okay. We get a fun little scene with Pops, and we're back off to another crime scene. We got to figure out what's going on. We got to find our Grongi. We got to stop her from doing these melt murders. But we're still having trouble pinning down exactly how she's doing it. Plus, on top of all that, we got other things to worry about because Batman's back and he's fucking around. We gotta really figure out what we're gonna do here. They've really served us a double dose on this one.
Yeah. We're caught in the middle of a gang war.
A little bit, yeah. You hate to see it. Or maybe you love to see it? No, you hate to see it.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, whoever wins, we lose in this situation, so...
Yeah. Also, while we're there, we should report a little bit on, what's going on with Sakuraka, because it looks like we have formally... we have formally determined that the Kuga word did not seem to generate from the Linto language as we thought. It was, in fact, a Grongi word the whole time. Dun dun dun.
Because the Linto words were generally ones of peace.
Yeah.
And the Grongi words had violence in them, so they needed to borrow a Grongi word to refer to the one entity of violence that they had in their whole life.
Yeah. We've got one dude who does a kill, so we need to steal the other language's word for kill. Because we don't know how to say that.
That's a very, real thing. Especially from Japan. If anybody knows about borrowing words, to formulate your own entire language, it would be the Japanese.
This is so incredibly true.
I appreciate it is all. It's a very true to life language rule.
Yeah, exactly. It is a good bit of additional world building that they didn't need to do, but they did anyway.
Yeah, I really liked that aspect. It's really cool.
Well, yeah. It's a sort of world building, and it is functional as a fake language thing, a fake culture thing, but it is also functional as a story beat because it is the biggest foreshadowing of our big bad, pretty much. Is our foreshadowing the conclusion, the final showdown, because this guy is clearly very similar to our hero. Go figure.
Yeah. Yeah, he's similar to our hero for a very specific reason.
Might even have multiple phase boss fights.
Oh, I love JRPGs. So with the end of that conversation, we do actually hop back over to Sakurako for a bit while she is still doing her nighttime cyber research with Glasses 2, the sequel to Glasses. And this is where we get our descends like a thunderbolt prophecy that I still don't quite remember the exact words to. Something about the Holy Spring running dry and the sun being eclipsed.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll spell it out for us a little bit more in a later episode. But the point is, we've got another prophecy about a holy warrior coming down, and I'm sure that will also be relevant in the future. Because if you can't tell, we're starting to ramp up to some sort of an end game. It's almost like this show might be ending some semblance of soonish. Who knows? I couldn't tell. Anyway, after we see Sakurako and we get our own visual confirmation that, it turns out the symbol we thought meant Kuga has in fact just been that four-horned Grongi symbol the whole time.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Oh shit, we gotta tell Yusuke. He's gotta stop making those shirts. This shit ain't cool anymore, man.
It's not good, bro.
We can't. You're not gonna I don't know if we can retake this one, guy. Maybe if we kill this dude, but like.
To be fair, he did fuck it up enough that we could just be like, it's a
true.
Different symbol.
It is sort of different.
It is. There is a distinct difference.
He made up his own word.
Yeah. He said, fuck you guys, I made up a cool word in your language, and it means Kuga.
It means my secret identity.
Yeah.
Buy a shirt and a belt buckle. Oh, he's
And
invested so much. And a bike.
Yeah. My man is building a merchandise empire.
Dude, no, that shit's evil. You can't just anymore. You gotta return them. You gotta send them back.
Bro, you gotta send them back.
You gotta get your money back from the custom print shop.
They said they don't do refunds.
Burn them.
No. Bro, yeah. Get them shits out of here. We jump forward to... I want to see if I can get a timestamp for this, just because I don't recognize where this is. We jump to another little police investigation, but I don't think it's in Tokyo. I'm trying to get a timestamp confirmation of it, but we have some cops showing up to an area where they open up a warehouse and see the remains of another very bloody. Okay, it's in Fukushima.
Near Tokyo. Maybe I can't remember where he's going. I think this is supposed to be implied to be Batman's Trail of Destruction. Or maybe it's Zero's Trail of Destruction.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's supposed to be like implied to be a ULF Zero. Especially, it's a lot of blood.
It's true. It's true, and they're all. Well, yeah, I don't know.
It is kind of acted like the other ULF Zero murder scenes that we've seen, especially in that they do specifically comment on how bad it stink over there.
Yeah.
And then, we don't get to see the full scene of the crime, but what we do see is a lot of blood on the floor. So, I think it is supposed to be implied that it is a ULF Zero crime scene. Mess. Just a whole mess. He spilled spaghetti all over the walls. He got spaghetti on the ceiling. He got spaghetti on the floor. Ugh. You know how it is with spaghetti.
Yeah, you know how it is.
We go back to Tokyo where our girl boss is having trouble girl bossing it.
Yeah.
No fucking taxis are picking her up. What the hell?
The Ninja Council feels you have been played.
So true. My man rolls up and he's like, hey, they're not as stupid as you think they are anymore. You're gonna have to figure this shit out. And she's like, alright, fine, whatever. I already have a contingency. Fuck off.
Whatever.
She's so standoffish in all of the episodes that she's in, and I kind of love it.
Yeah, I love her for it.
She's just like she's so sick of everyone.
Oh my god, fuck off.
Whatever.
I'm gonna kill you, okay? Bye.
So yeah, so she says she's got another she's got another trick up her sleeves, and we'll see what that ends up being. We cut over to Ichijo and Godai as they're doing a little bit of a stakeout, trying to see if they can get some form of a pattern on her, murderings, and we head back to the institute, where we are reminded that John Whiteman is still waiting.
Mm-hmm.
I love this scene because Enokita and her assistants come in, and he's just kind of in the background.
Yeah.
Because he's at the table where, like, she was making them some tea, so you just, like, barely even see him unless you're looking past. The camera doesn't even, like, focus on him specifically. He's just in the background, just kind of, like, hanging out. I think he's, like, reading a book or something. And it's like, oh, Jean, you're still here. Whoops.
Anyways, get out. We have a box full of acid.
Yeah. And Akita's like, I'm shifting into full work mode. I got a lot of stuff I got to do. And, John Whiteman's like, no, it's fine. You seem busy. I'll go ahead and clear out. And then he drops the fucking bomb on her. He's like, just don't forget to call Sayaru at some point. Let him know that you're going to be late coming home, okay? And she's like, huh? What's a Sayaru?
Oh. I think this is where my note, gosh, Anakita cares about her kid the least out of the cast, I swear, comes from.
Yeah, no, that sounds about right. Because this is kind of even more so than the other little nods. This is where John Whiteman shows his, like, he's apparently been in this situation before himself. Where, he's just like, hey, I understand that you're going to be busy and you're probably not going to be able to come home until real late. But you should make a point to at least call your son. Let him know you're going to be late. Tell him you're thinking about him. It might not seem like it, but a little gesture like that goes a long way. And Enokita very clearly has this kind of confused look on her face, as if maybe this is something she did not think about. But Jean's whole kind of facial and body language is very clearly like, it comes from a place where it seems like he knows what he's talking about a little bit. Mm-hmm. Which, good on you, John Whiteman, for exposing your vulnerability just a little bit.
I think that circles around. I think that's what your point was, B, a million years ago, whenever we first discussed this, right? Like, those gestures.
I think, if I recall correctly, essentially I was mostly frustrated, not that she was working on something important for a long time, but the fact that she made literally no effort to recognize that this was a pattern that has happened for a long time and will continue to happen for a long time, and never bothered to change her behavior in any way that could help her son not be constantly led to disappointment. And this is the bare minimum. This is the just don't lie to him and tell him, I'll definitely be there, sweetie. No, just say, hey, I'm going to be late. I have to work again, but I just wanted to let you know that it means a lot. And Jean is right.
Thank you, Jean.
Thank you, John Whiteman. We appreciate you for telling her like it is, because truly I don't know if she would have changed if someone didn't spell it out for her. Hopefully, though, we will get changed for the better.
Fingers crossed. Yeah. I believe.
I hope old Subaru is gonna see his mom one day.
Yeah, hopefully he will get to hang out with his mom. Maybe once all of this is said and done. So while Godai and Ichijo are doing their stakeout of 43. They get the sonic signal that old Batman lets off that lets them know he's on the move, and they're like, all right, well, we haven't gotten any hits from our acid woman yet, and we know where this guy's going, so we might as well try to deal with this of our two problems. So they head out to mobilize against old Batman, and we see Batman has succeeded in his ploy. He has found our Rose Woman, and he intends to interrogate her as to the location of a Daguva, who I believe this is like the first or second time we've heard that name at this point in the show. I think literally like
this
our
might
first
be the
two
first.
times. I don't remember if it's the first or the second. It might. I think it's the second, because I think earlier in the same episode, Batman says he's gonna kill him.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, Batman mutters it, and then we get one more.
Yeah, but yeah, this is
You're about to hear this name a lot.
Yeah, this is a as of yet unknown creature that is slowly but surely becoming known. Old Batman thinks he's going to give the business to our Rose Woman, but he is stopped by Prince Grongi in his Kabuto Grongi form. Which,
yes, it immediately puts him in the test of strength.
Yeah. And
then
wins that
immediately
shit.
cheats.
Yeah.
Goes for the
Heel
toe
wrestling,
kick
you love to see it.
instantly. He was winning and he went for the toe kick anyways.
What a bastard.
Yeah,
You'll love to
just
see
sends
it.
him flying.
This is like the second time we've seen this form, but I do just want to stop long enough to say, like, damn, what a good suit.
He's cool looking and imposing.
He's cool as fuck. Yeah, he is proper imposing. Like, he's clearly supposed to be like a big scary menace of a creature, and they do a great job of that with this particular outfit, this particular costume.
I'm sorry to just 100% invoke wrestling, but he is just complete original Kane vibes.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
He straight up choke slams Batman.
He does! I put a note! He fucking choke slammed Batman. It ruled!
He's the Red Kane of Kamen Rider Kuga. Truly.
He really is, and he's
just
he's
selling
as effective
everything.
as the original Kane was. Yeah, it's great. It is super imposing. You get the notion like very quickly that this is not someone to fuck with, which is made all the more evident when Batman promptly starts fucking off. He puts up a gallant effort at first, and then pretty quickly realizes, hey, this is maybe a fight I can't win, and starts running away.
Or at least trying to like outspeed him. Like,
yeah.
I do like how Yusuke arrives on the scene, and he's like, "Oh shoot, it's Batman!" And then Batman like scurries to the side, and Prince Grongi steps into frame. He's like, "Oh," and Prince Grongi kind of looks at him, and he's like, "Hey, hey, Kuga." Anyways, I gotta beat this dude's ass. Hold on.
Yeah, I'll get to you in a second. Bud,
I have to toss him into several boxes.
Yeah, I had a pre-standing appointment. I can pencil you in afterwards, though. I just got choke slam this dude a couple more times.
And he's just like, guys, wait, it's me, Kuga. He just kind of keeps like kind of showing up on the outskirts of this tussle. He's just like, can I get in here? I'm Kuga.
Hey guys, wait,
you guys
it's my show. The show's named after me. Come back.
I'm supposed to do the fight.
Yeah.
Come on.
I practiced so hard. So yeah, Kuga runs off after their fight, which leads to Ichijo showing up on the scene a little bit later, so we can finally have a long-awaited fated reunion, the standoff between Ichijo and our Rose Woman. The first time I think they have interacted with each other since that first episode when he tracked her down to Batman, right?
I think so, yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
so.
this is their first face-to-face since then.
Yeah. Truly
Since the last time he
rematch
pointed
long
a
in the
gun.
making. Yeah, since the last time he pointed a gun at her. And this time the gun has gotten significantly larger.
And
he brought the comically large sniper rifle.
yeah, and
Yeah.
Rose Woman is the same amount of scared, if not less.
Yeah, no, he doesn't
True.
even... He shoots her this time. Oh, I
Yeah.
mean, that's the next episode, technically. But, like, he pretty much doesn't hesitate. And,
Yeah.
yeah, it does about as much good.
He hesitates exactly long enough to ask her a bunch of questions and have them not get answered.
Are you
And,
ULS 0? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, he's like, "Are you UFO Zero? What's your fucking? Why are you doing this? Why are you murdering a bunch of people? What's your goal? Answer me." And she doesn't say anything, so he fucking shoots her.
Bruce Wayne's mom's her.
He super does. Yeah, I also had a note about the pearls. The reveal that she is okay, though, is so powerful.
It's pretty raw.
Just her back to the camera, and you just see the hand moving from her chest that's covered in blood. And then she turns around and you see the goddamn bullet hole. And then it just heals up. Ugh. Mwah. So good.
And she's like, "You guys are so violent now." A smile.
Smile. Yeah.
Anyway, bye.
Anyway, yeah, bye.
Ben backhands him across the room.
Yeah, she really does just kind of fuck off, which, powerful. Incredibly powerful. I can only hope that I can one day have such immense girl boss power as to be able to simply backhand someone across the room and then walk off.
Yeah, God, it might as well just have the fucking Smash Bros. Home run bat sound effect. He's just annihilated with one strike.
He absolutely gets rocked, and we'll unfortunately have to check up on him later because Kane is in fact still fighting Batman, and Kuga is in fact still kind of just watching.
Well, it's okay because now it's the cold open, so Kuga can job. So he goes, "Hey guys, for real, it's me, Kuga," and then he gets Batman tossed into it.
Yep.
It might as well be that.
God, I forgot how long he's out in that pile of boxes too. Like
Yeah,
literally for the rest of the
Batman gets right back up and is back in the fight. He's just buried.
He was taking the powder. He had to be off the outside of the ring for a bit so he could fail to break up the pin at the end.
Yeah.
So that way we can advance the storyline. But yeah, Batman tries to continue his fight against Kane, but then him tummy hurt, so he got to go.
He's got tummy hurt disease, and he's being so brave about it.
He's being so brave about it.
I think he could be braver, though.
Maybe.
I mean, yeah,
Just a little bit, yeah.
But he is still being pretty brave about it. We go back to the police where we find out she's done it. She's killed again. And this time it was an elevator for some reason.
An elevator is a type of taxi.
You know, I'm always saying this.
It's free.
It's free movement. I love when the movement is free.
Oh god, elevators that require you to pay per floor.
That's called a hotel.
Wait. No, they don't do that in hotels, do they?
I've not ever been in a hotel where you
some
had to
hotels
pay to
require
use
the card
elevator.
key.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Okay, well, it's not like 50 cents a floor or like 10 cents every floor you travel.
That'd be very funny. No, yeah, that's what you give to the elevator operator.
Yeah, that's what he's there
We're
for.
in the 20s, see?
I see.
Get it there. Damn, 50 cents per floor in the 20s?
Yeah, it's a very expensive.
What am I at the fucking Ritz?
Yes, you are.
Jeez.
Gonna be the best staying elevator experience of your life. I hear in the World 2000 they're all this good, but not now.
Yeah, you're getting fucking spoken to by people from the year 2000.
They haunt me every day. I'm in a time
Tortured
slip, buddy.
screams about cell phones. I don't even know what a cell phone is. Poor bastard. Who is this creature that we have made, and why have we made him so tragic?
I don't know. I'm just assuming he's that dude from the Hudsucker Proxy.
Oh, there he is.
If anyone can see the future, it's probably him.
Yeah, no, for sure. You know, for kids. We jump to a brief moment where we get to watch Batman writhe in pain, our favorite activity.
Yay!
Yay!
Make some crazy faces.
He's doing it. He's vamping for the camera. And this is
we
the
get
part
one
where
more later.
Oh, also important to note, his HRT, it's taking effect, and his hair is becoming white.
You can't stop him.
We cannot stop him. He is transitioning too powerfully.
It makes so much sense when you think of it. Like, no wonder that guy's in pain so much. He's going through the second puberty.
Yeah, he's speedrunning puberty too. That is a painful prospect, to be sure. Also, yeah, no, my condolences to everyone else on the podcast who has had to puberty too, unfortunately. This is the part where I must
pay me $50,000.
Yeah, please give my lovely co-hosts $50,000 because they've earned it.
It'd also be a really funny prank.
Yeah,
like none of us would know how to respond to that.
It'd be so funny. Yeah,
a couple ideas.
It'd be even funnier if we all went to McDonald's and ordered the Fortnite burger.
The what?
Like, imagine the look on my co-hosts' faces.
No, we do the dance.
Yeah. What a weird meme that was. Anyway, I have the DJ run that shit back a little bit because I accidentally got my scene scrambled just a little bit. The scene earlier where we are with our police investigation, we're still trying to figure out how our ULF is doing her murders. We're still currently looking for a pattern. And then we watch Batman get his cool new white hairdo, and we head back over to the police investigation where Godai shows up to continue to do cute shit. And I imagine if Sasayama has become a Blorbo for a bee, I imagine it was because of this scene wherein Godai shows up and he's like, "Here, I got you a milk and a bread because you need to eat lunch. You got to keep up your energy." And he's like, "Oh wow, thank you for the milk and the bread." And then Godai drops a full ass bag of bread like on his lap, and he's like, "I heard you really like bread, so I got you a bunch." Oh wait, actually, let me sneak one of those.
Yeah, I was just like, oh my god, we care about you.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
We care you Godai and we care you Sasayama.
Yes, so true.
Things I enjoy. Bread. Milk.
Jumping in the Light Fierce. The newest season of Gaki no Tsukai. And Sand. See you in Street Fighter 2, everyone.
That's the year 2000. They're probably at 3.
Oh, yeah. Was 3 out by then? Yeah, 3 was out by then, wasn't it? Yeah, see you in Street
90s.
Fighter 3, everyone.
Hell, we might have been getting to Alpha by this point.
Might have been, yeah. So we have our fun little bread times with Sasayama. We then go to... We get a brief little bit with Tsubaki, because, Ichijo is at the hospital, so obviously we're going to hang out with the hospital crew a little bit. Make sure that we're checking on him. Tsubaki has, I guess, become his attending physician. That stands to reason, even though that's not like his main job. I'm sure he's, trained to do it. And I feel like after a while, probably all of the other, physicians in that hospital probably wouldn't want to have to deal with Ichijo or Godai. So give him to Tsubaki, the only one who seems to be able to put a leash on these fucking wild dogs. Then we close back in on our girl boss, who has girl bossed her way into a full elevator. She gives this look to the camera right before the elevator closes. And I get that it is supposed to be menacing, but it's just, I don't know, there's just something about the energy about this face that she makes as she gets into this elevator and waits for it to close. I guess it's not menacing. It's just, I don't know. It's just strange for me for some reason. Like truly, I think if I was in that elevator like next to her and I saw her make that face, I'd be like, are you good? Or probably more likely, I'd just kind of shift away from her a little bit.
That's so valid.
He's like, I think I need to give this woman some space. I think she's going through something. You try to stand a little bit more in the back of the elevator here. Leave this lady alone. Imagine everybody shifted as many inches as they possibly could away from her after that. Not that it would have helped.
Eaten by acid.
Yeah. We head back over to Pol where they're checking on a news report because they're, the news is reporting on ULF 43 and it's murders and, telling people, hey, be careful because we got 2 Grongies at once going on. We also get to watch Pops complain about ULF 3.
That's so bitch.
Yeah,
why are you so close to ULF 4?
Yeah, why are your numbers so close? But you're such a dick.
Even Pops thinks Batman sucks ass.
Even Pops thinks Batman sucks ass.
To be fair, he's kind of right.
He's right.
He's right. It is the power of how bad Batman sucks ass that even people who do not directly know him, they hear about him and they're like, man, that guy sucks ass.
Ooh. Steams my broccoli.
True.
Brussels my sprouts.
He absolutely does. The Jimmies rustled. We get another quick meeting of all of our cool new Grongi, and by all of our cool new Grongi, I mean our 4 that are left. Our 4 that are not exactly Batman, 43, and Daguva. Which, we're getting a little meeting where we are continuing to be ominous about the end of the game. Because it's coming soon. Daguva is going to show up and something will happen. We're still not 100% sure what the significance of Daguva showing up is just yet. But we will find out soon, I imagine. We get to go back to old Godai and Sasayama as they're still at the police scene. They're still trying to see if they can figure out this pattern to these crimes when Godai notices a little something interesting in old Sasayama's notebook, which is he has been keeping track of Kuga's fights.
Yeah.
Which this is so cute. I love this.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Little notebook.
Yeah.
Little man with his little notebook.
Man with his little notebook with the colored
adequately
stickers.
colored stickers per victory.
Yeah. And in this fight you won in this color, and in this fight you won in this color.
See, somebody's keeping track of the kill count.
So yeah. Thank you, Sagayama. You are doing...
I'm sorry.
I'd say you're doing God's work, but you're pretty explicitly doing B's work. And we thank you for that.
I'm sorry. I could go back.
No,
if you really want me to do it.
No, it's been taken care of.
Not to. Yeah.
You're free.
Don't worry. Yeah. You're free to live your life, B-Drops. Do what you want to do.
I feel like this being listed as my responsibility is going to weigh on my mind, though.
But it's not your responsibility.
It's not anymore. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's Kuya's.
You've been freed from your shackles. A new Sisyphus must roll up the boulder, but you may fly.
I don't feel good about that. I don't know.
Listen.
Okay, but
maybe it wasn't the best analogy, but I was just...
This Sisyphus is really excited about boulder rolling.
He loves it, is the thing. He loved rolling a boulder. His dad was a dung beetle.
Like... Okay, so the punishment was oh well, you have to find purpose in this meaningless task, and then the guy's just oh you jerk! This is my purpose already.
Yeah. He was like,
Godspeed.
He was like, I got a purpose for you, and he put in his headphones and he started playing "Rollin' by Limp Bizkit, and he's been going nuts ever since.
Infinite loop.
Yeah. And one Katamari Damacy theme song. Just for funsies.
Well, yeah, but it comes after the infinite loop, so, it'll be a bit.
Someday.
Yeah, it's spliced in there randomly like the Salt and Pepper Diner. We see our ULF as she is once again trying to figure out how to do her whole shit. Now that they've made the taxi stop happening, she successfully finds a bus. Congratulations on finding a bus, ma'am. We head back to Batman.
Like a taxi.
A bus is adjacent
it's
to a taxi. It's a
type of a taxi.
Yeah. The bus is more of a type of a taxi than an elevator is shit. We head back to Batman in wherever the hell he is, the Blue Zone, as he is continuing to struggle through puberty too. His arms are getting bigger, even though he hasn't gone to the gym. Some boys have all the luck. We watch him as he slowly but surely, in our fun, not so great early 2000s CG, transforms into a bigger, powerful, more white-haired Batman. and then we hard cut from that to a corpse being thrown into a hole.
As you do.
You know, for kids.
Yeah.
And we pan the camera down real quick to see that there are a couple of corpses in that hole. We see some drips of blood in some places that make it seem like this is a pretty bad crime scene, and we get ourselves a little timestamp that says that this was in Ibaraki Prefecture, which I don't know anything about a map of Japan, but if I had to hazard a guess, it sounds like ULF Zero's crime scenes are getting closer to Tokyo.
He's coming. He's coming. He's coming.
He's coming. He coming. Oh Lord, he coming. We are going to have to burn that bridge when we cross it. But we're going to go back to Nagano and the Shimano University because we are going to we're having Sakurako essentially explain her work like it's a math class. She's she's going over the I always had the thought that maybe this symbol wasn't shown correctly, but I wasn't 100% sure.
I have a question.
Hit me with it.
Are we supposed to know this lady?
No.
Okay.
Okay. We are kind of supposed to know this lady. When Sakurako first gets called to Nagano, she mentions that she's going to meet up with a friend that I think she's from the same department. I don't know if she's supposed to be from the same department from Jonan, or if it's she's from the same department from the university in Nagano, and they're they work together, or what's the case. But we are essentially introduced to her as someone that Sakurako knows. She's also there when Sakurako gets off of the train in Nagano, and they greet each other very friendly, sashiburi dena. So it is implied in the show that at least Sakurako knows who this woman is. She is not really introduced to us as characters during the show. So I do not blame you if you see her and you're like, yo, P, who is this man?
I was just they were having this whole conversation and I kind of zoned out. I just kind of realized, I don't know you. Who are you? You're asking a lot of questions, but I have one. Who are you?
Yeah, who are you? She's Sakurako's friend.
All right.
It's one of those things where Sakurako knows her. We don't know her that well, but we know her well enough to know that Sakurako, Sakurako trusts her, and that's all we got to worry about.
I trust her.
Yeah. If Sakurako trusts her, I trust her. Sakurako would never lead me astray.
She's never done anything wrong, ever.
This is true. I know this.
She's always been right forever.
Yes.
I feel like you're trying to do a bit, but legitimately, I can't think of anything wrong she's ever done.
Not really. I'm sure there's something, but also we appreciate Sakurako in this podcast.
Yeah. Sakurako is a saint. What a wonderful person. Anyway, speaking of good people, we head back to the hospital where Ichijo has woken up, and Tsubaki's like, hey, you fucking stop that shit right now. I see you with that look in your eyes like you're about to run off. You got your ass kicked. Lay down.
Also, you're dreaming of go die, huh? Kind of gay. Anyways.
He's worried about their future together.
Yeah, incredibly not gay things to think.
There's just something about the idea of Tsubaki casually razzing Ichijo that's so goddamn funny to me.
Hey, good morning, you fucking homo. Anyway.
Yeah. Are you thinking about your boyfriend? That's pretty gay.
Specifically, Ichijo's like, dang, Godai like goes on adventures and stuff, traveling around a lot. That lifestyle seems like it would suit him. I don't think I'd be very good at it.
You're worrying about your marriage with your boyfriend? It's pretty gay.
Okay, so
that's.
I know this is an ongoing thing. People keep bringing it up, and I understand. It's an interesting bit of like subtext to a statement. Like, yes, Yusuke is the adventuring type, and everybody keeps pointing that out because the notion is we've been at this for damn near a year.
Yeah.
Which means Yusuke has been stuck in Tokyo for damn near a year. And everybody is sort of just kind of clocking in and it's just like, this isn't his environment. This man deserves better. This man deserves adventure. And these goddamn Grongi have been keeping him here. And we're all sick of it.
We're all fucking sick of it. Take a break for like 2 months so he can go to Nepal or something. Hate you fucking Grongi.
But also, yeah, you have the underlying kind of yearning, pining energy that Ichijo gives it because of the aforementioned homoerotic subtext.
It's hard to not read a lot of homoerotic subtext into it when what Ichijo says specifically is, I think it'd be best if we went our separate ways as soon as possible.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think there's a gayer way to say that.
He's worried about their future compatibility. He's worried that the Grongi are the only thing that keeps them together.
Oh, no. Yeah,
he's worried that they're just... Oh my god.
Like... Yeah, you have the entire thing of, like, the Grongi are keeping him from being free, but then, yeah, you have incredible fuel for just 100 sad fics about him not feeling like the right partner for Yusuke. Just... What art? What cinema,
what art?
Truly.
It's beautiful. Like, as much as I want to joke about how there's no heterosexual explanation for this. Sincerely, I just like this idea that, as Shake said, we've been sort of having this running thread of everybody in Yusuke's life really coming to start thinking about how, yeah, he's not been able to live how he wants these past several months because of all of this. And Ichijo gets to take that a step further and sort of delve into how he feels that applies to his own future as well. So gay, but also just...
Yeah, at the end of this watch session I had with King Fats, I was just like, I have a lot to say about these episodes because there's actual plot and character analysis, and somehow I'm still not over that. It's been a constant through all of Kuga, and it's so good, but...
It's so good.
I will never not appreciate it.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said about these scenes. You know, gay subtext aside, there is just a lot of good, you know, just plain old character building in these bits of, you know, people being able to kind of sit down and be like, man, this isn't right. This isn't the way Godai is supposed to be living his life. This feels wrong. That he isn't gone again already. You know, he should be out there fucking doing it, and he's not. And, you know, some of us don't know why, and others of us do, but the one thing we can all agree on is, like, it's not right. It shouldn't be that way. And essentially the only person who really even has a positive spin on it is Minori, his sister, who, when she has that conversation with Pops last episode, 2 episodes ago, whenever it happens, she's like, you know, I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. I remember him saying that he was also interested in getting back to adventuring, once he was done with some of the stuff he has to do here in Tokyo. Which I think adds just kind of an extra layer to it, because it's like, not only are all of the other characters picking up on this, even Godai himself is also starting to kind of get sick of this shit.
I mean, I guess it's already been said, but it's like, yeah, the fact that he just realized he doesn't belong here and that this isn't really his, like, the way that he's like, oh, this isn't how I wish to experience the human condition. It's kind of just, it's hits you in a very existential place of just like, oh, this is just like, this could be what, like a kid watching could be like, oh, this is what my parents feel like. They want to spend more time with me, but they got to do their job because that's what's right. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, okay, well, we've got to sacrifice the idealism for reality. And it's like, ow, that hurts. I'm in pain.
Yeah, it's Kamen Rider spends a lot of time talking about how sometimes being a hero requires sacrifice. And a lot of times it frames that in some more kind of major, serious ways, whether it be like, the sacrifice of like a person, or a sacrifice on the part of whoever our Kamen Rider is, what have you, something that's maybe a little more material. But it's nice to even have a situation like this where it's like, hey, this is a part of the sacrifice that Godai has had to make in order to do what he feels is right and to keep people safe. He has had to sacrifice a lifestyle, his kind of way of living, his way of being. Essentially, he has had to sacrifice that in order to kind of try and do right by everyone else. And it is cool to see something like that touched on, especially because there's not, I feel like a lot of Western superhero media doesn't really touch on that sort of thing a lot. At least not anything that isn't like exactly Spider-Man.
The greatest Western superhero media, so.
Yeah, well, so there you go.
Who is also a toku.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Both a little bit in Spider-Man, and also just it is in fact a toku. But yeah, no, I think it is cool that this is something that we are exploring in the series, and two, I do really appreciate the fact that it is something that we are exploring as the series is starting to come to an end.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Like, we'll get to it a bit later, but I think the contrast of idealism versus reality being kind of I wouldn't necessarily say final, but one of the last kind of through lines of the series is just, it's a lot. Make me do a big think.
As we are often wont to say, Kamen Rider Kuga good. So yes, Ichijo and Tsubaki have, their conversation about Godai. Ichijo tells Tsubaki what our Rose Woman Baruba told him, which is essentially that, or actually not even essentially, she just does say that Kuga is becoming like whoever this Daruba is. What that exactly means, we're still not 100% sure, but we will find out, I imagine.
Doesn't seem good.
It doesn't seem good. Tsubaki is like, hey, I know you're going to try and fucking leave and do cop shit, so I'm gonna give you some more pain medicine and a sedative so you can do a sleep like a good. We'll come back to that later. As Ichijo tries to lay down and rest, he hears on the radio about another attack from the ULF. And we hop on over to our crime scene, where the police are now investigating our elevator that has had the bottom of it burned out. I really hope that most of those people died to the acid, because falling to death in an elevator shaft sounds like it sucks.
I don't know. The impact of the fall would probably be a lot more instantaneous than being melted with acid.
Yeah, I guess.
Depending on where the acid gets you.
Depends on where
that's fair.
Yeah.
But
your odds aren't
I
good.
guess just given how we saw how the taxi driver died, That looked pretty painful, and slower than falling from several stories up. Conjecture, anyway.
Conjecture,
yeah, we truly didn't even see which 20% of him was left.
True.
I have to assume it wasn't... Yeah, I was going to say, I have to assume it was top and bottom, which means just every second until he finally was just unable to be alive and conscious anymore.
Yeah.
Anyway, as we are investigating this crime scene, we get a rare Godai Jane Brenius moment.
He turns on his Adam West Batman brain for this one.
He really does. I don't understand how he figures this out. I really don't.
Because he's noticing patterns and numbers.
I was so surprised that I made a spelling error, to which my notes simply say, he trans the brain juice and fluids before he woke up today, damn.
Yeah.
He did trans those brain fluids. That's one thing about him that you gotta know.
There you go.
I don't know if this is like a Japanese thing. I truly do not understand this sequence of colors and how he was able to make a pattern out of them.
I feel like she just succeeded on so many that the colors have already been set.
Yeah, I guess.
Like he's just like, she succeeded in enough of them to start looping, I think was the idea.
Yeah, even if you're only on the second time around, because there's so many colors, one of them being so specific as white with a blue stripe,
and then green
also.
with a white stripe, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I get it. It's just, but it is like, wow, dang, Godai, okay. Alright, Yusuke, you're, doing the mental math. Good job.
Yeah, he was paying attention this time. And he's also the one who's able to figure out that, like, oh, she's attacking boxes that move. Which is kind of correct.
Sure.
At least if we go based off of the Grongi conversation that happens, like, right after this. Because our accountant ninja refers to them as chariots. So, like... He's
like,
not...
Transportation.
Even
raw.
the ninja council is like, yeah, okay.
Like I'll give you the elevator one, but begrudgingly.
Yeah, the bus I will take a lot more willingly, and that train is probably also okay. But
yeah, train.
You're on thin fucking ice for that elevator.
This truly just emphasized that, like, you're not safe for the Grongi because it's so goddamn stupid. It's just so arbitrary. It's just like, oh,
it's so arbitrary.
You know,
you had in a box that is a specific color that moves. Then fuck you.
Oh my
you were someone who was out in before noon who had a name that was in the first half of the alphabet, so whoops.
And you didn't eat eggs today?
Sorry. You should have ate the eggs.
You should eat those eggs.
Smash mouth? Yeah.
Later vegans.
It's yeah, truly there is no escaping from the Grongi. But yeah, big ups Godai here. Fucking figures out the connecting thread, goes through the pattern, figures out that she's attacking colored moving boxes, knows that the next box is supposed to be orange, and then is immediately like, that means she's gonna attack the Chuo line. He's just like, bah, 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 lines them all up.
Well,
like,
if there's anything we must understand, I'm sure he knows about trains. After the rest of the evidence he has provided.
So true.
Oh my god, she's going to attack someone on the orange box, featuring 3 games for the price of 1.
Okay, you had that note too?
Yeah.
It was something like, there are still more orange boxes. Me, when it's 2007 and I work in a video game store and someone asks me if there are any copies left of The Greatest Deal in video game history.
Genuinely? Truly was.
Yeah, I mean, really. 3 games on 1 disc? What more could you have? And 3 good games, too.
I played the fuck out of the orange box. Like, it was...
Yeah.
That was a long-lasting piece of game software.
I got the bad version of the orange box, and it was still good.
Me too. I got the 360 one. I played the hell out of 360 TF2.
Powerful.
I just walked around on 2 Fort because I didn't have live at the time.
Listen,
you found a way to make it worse.
On 2 Fort, yeah, time
or better? I'm not sure, actually. You might have had the ideal experience.
I mean, it would have been the ideal experience if it was like 6 years later, because TF2 now is in a rough state. Oh god.
Yeah, I wonder how TF2 on live is these days. I should throw that on.
Apparently, actually better than you'd think.
It's probably okay.
I think there's like 6 people left, and they're just like really happy when anyone comes forward.
Vanilla TF2, having a great time.
Yeah,
they never really released any of that new shit onto it.
It's just a released version of TF2.
It's fascinating.
Powerful.
Anyways,
after we see our girls scoping out the Chuo line, while speaking with the Ninja Council, we hop over just real quick to check out on Hot Boy Summer. He's murdered a bunch of people. He's really feeling himself. He is yelling into the sky at Dagova about come fucking get my ass, Dagova. I'm gonna kill you so good when you try to fight me, because you're definitely gonna come try and fight me, because I did a bunch of murders and apparently you care about that. I still don't know what his plan was here. I guess, yeah.
He's breaking the damn he is kind of
explicitly. Yeah, he is just explicitly breaking the rules, isn't he? Yeah.
And he also stole that piece of Xehanort. I have to say it. They are sure talking about the notion of Kuga getting Norded.
They are sure talking about the notion of Kuga getting Norded.
They had a little discussion. It's like, man, you think he's gonna become the evil? He's gonna fall to darkness.
Way.
As long as his heart's pure, Ichigo, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
No, stop. You get out of here. Be gone, foul rat.
I don't have a shirt on.
I gotta lose my shirt so the canon is maintained.
A curse upon this podcast. A fox upon me.
Also, damn, it's this shit's popping off. If only there were 2 fucking Kamen Riders or something. Oh well.
Yeah. Oh well. It is a very interesting choice to just not do 2 writers on this one, but I guess it kind of makes sense, because I think for the majority of like after exactly Ichigo, I think most other Kamen Riders, it is just like one of them doing it solo. So it makes sense that they were probably kind of trying to respect that legacy more so than anything.
Yeah, I mean, Ichigo was... Having 2 writers in Ichigo was a point of necessity, and not...
Yeah, that was not intentional. That just happened.
Yeah. I don't mind there being 1 Kamen Rider, but it was definitely a running situation in this show where I was just like, man, Kamen Rider's being spread thin. He needs a buddy.
If only there was some kind of previously existing writer. That would be very cool. It would have been a dope thing for them to do, had they thought about it. Especially with the implications in a future episode. But I digress. We have episode 39 to get to. This one's named after Batman. Batman gets his own episode. Congratulations, Batman.
Good for you.
I'm sure you're going to live.
You'll definitely, I mean, people always live through the episodes that are named after him, right?
Looks at the final 2.
Looks at... Yeah, well, let's see if a trend emerges.
I wanna state for the record that Shout Factory typoed the title of this one.
Oh god, it did.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. Guma. I love Super Mario.
I don't know why, but Guma feels like a slur for some reason.
A little bit.
Fucking like D&D slurs. We get the cute cold open moment of Ichijo and Yusuke finishing each other's sandwiches.
Yeah. Literally my first two notes of this episode are samesies, boyfriend.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Teehee.
It is such a cute. I use this both genuinely and disparagingly. This moment is incredibly cute.
It's so cute, is the thing. This moment is fucking adorable.
It's very precious.
And it immediately leads to something that I'm sure has been very normal for him as of late. Tsubaki being angry at his shit-ass patients.
God damn it, man. You don't have god magic in you. I can't, res you this time.
Yeah, really. What the fuck?
And you should have known. I should have known you'd pull this action hero shit.
To be fair, by his own admittance, he does enable it a little bit.
Yeah.
Because, that sedative, air quotes, that
Wink.
he gave Ichijo is, it's really making sure it keeps him down. I mean, he can barely even feel his pain anymore. Which, Tsubaki's just like, damn it! I knew you were gonna figure out I didn't give you a fucking sedative. Damn it! Should've just came clean right at the
Whoops.
beginning. I appreciate the fuck out of you, Tsubaki, for understanding your clientele insanely well. And
Yeah.
I wish you a very better patience.
No. All his patients suck.
Yeah, they're all...
Affectionately.
Yeah.
Especially Grongi fanboy.
Gronky
Deal with that asshole
fanboy
twice.
literally punched him in the face.
I wonder how many doctors can say they got punched in the face by a patient.
Probably an unfortunate amount, I imagine.
Yeah, maybe.
We here at First Ride Pod do not endorse punching your doctors.
Please don't. Please don't.
Please don't punch your providers. That's no buenos. You don't want to do it. If I recall correctly, from Tsubaki's little being angry at Ichijo, we are obviously on the chase for our our ULF 43, while also trying to make preparations to make sure she does not murder a train full of people. We would obviously want to prevent that for certain reasons. And Ichijo is like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and try to start setting things up so we can deal with old Batman. So I need you to I'll call to the Institute, tell them, they had this weapon that they were working on that they were going to use to deal with them. Tell them to get that ready. I'm going to come pick it up. Speaking of Batman, he is being cornered by as many cops as possible so he can flex how cool and strong he is.
Shoot me, last words of man shot.
Yeah, really.
But not really. He actually does. He meets it. He
Yeah?
meets it, and then he eats the hell out of a guy and backhands a guy into a corkscrew, and then you get this amazing shot of 7 police officers just going, God damn! Leaning back.
God damn.
Yeah. Just the synchronized recoiling of an entire police crew. It was pretty.
We love synchronized recoiling.
It was a great shot. I enjoyed it.
It was.
It's fun.
So Batman is continuing his tirade. How many people will die before Daguva comes to try and kill him? Which, boy, if this Daguva guy is as scary as he's being implied to be, I really feel like you were punching above your weight class, my man.
No,
I appreciate the hustle,
I'm
Batman,
bad.
but no, you know what? You're right. I forgot you're on HRT
Colin can't
now.
fuck with me.
Yeah.
I have so much hair now.
You know what? You're right.
I
I
don't know
forgot.
if
You're
this
so
dude
based, Batman.
is on HRT or the juice at this point.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of
Yeah, I was
column
gonna say maybe both. Maybe they got a cocktail going.
B. Yeah.
HRT for the hair.
Yeah.
Gotta avoid that male pattern baldness that the roids provide.
True.
Carefully formulated.
Yeah. The ultimate enhancer.
What does it enhance?
Everything but that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Meanwhile, over at ULF 3, her job is getting harder. Her Gegu is being difficult. Ninja Council is like, you seem to be having trouble finding a carriage in the chosen color.
I think your gimmick is
she's
fucked,
like,
dude.
And she's like, shut up, fuck off. There are other boxes that are orange that move. Fuck off, shut up. She is so mad, and I love it.
I'm not owned.
I'm supremely not owned, said the woman who was extremely owned. She's so mad, and then Godai is just kind of doing his thing. He's like, oh, hey, it's her.
Shit.
And she's like, who the fuck are you? And he's
up.
like, oh, let me show you who the fuck I am.
I don't even care. Shut up. Leave me alone.
Yeah, shut up. Fuck off.
I'm Kuga, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't even care. Shut up. Leave me alone. I'm gonna first cancel your rider kick again.
God, truly, the energy of this particular Grongi in her human form is just so truly wonderful. I don't think I've enjoyed the ULF as yeah, no, I don't know. I don't think I've enjoyed the ULF as much as I've enjoyed her. Like, the only one I can think of that, like, even gets close is the truck fucker.
I was gonna say truck fucker and truck guy. Individually. Yeah. Both of those dudes were a delight in and out of monster form.
Mm-hmm. But truly she is a top 5 Grungy for sure. So she starts fighting with old Kuga. Kuga is able to get to the upper hand thanks to backup from our cops. Sayama shows up with the crew with the neutralizing bullets.
It's true.
We've got that acid turned in the off direction, which means it's time to get her onto our armored horse DLC.
It's time to
drive her. Yeah.
I love the new strategy of just impaling people with the fucking pike and then carting them away miles away.
Take their ass downtown.
It's so funny. And also, God, so there's like, it like goes on. I think there's a scene between this, but like we do get like a continued shot of him just driving her down the highway.
Mm-hmm.
And then it cuts to Pole.
Yep.
And there was just this moment where it was just like, the cut was so hard from the action that it made me think they were just gonna crash right through the window. Just annihilate Pole.
That would have been so goddamn funny. Just fucking smashing through the wall.
Very opposite energy of what they're going for in this plan. I realize, but man, the timing was just so, like, I was just sort of bracing for it.
No, that's so fair. But no, we go back to Pole and we do have a fun we get a reunion.
Yeah, Kazaki's here.
Yeah, Kazaki, our teacher friend from however many episodes ago, is back at Pole.
Again.
He had some business in Tokyo and figured he'd stop by because he wanted to see Godai.
Sitcom clapping.
Unsurprisingly, Godai is not here, but, we get to have a nice conversation with him, which ends kind of in more of a continuation of what we were talking about with the last episode. Because, Kanzaki talks about, how's Godai, how's he been doing, and Nana asks about, like, hey, what was Godai like as a kid? And, so they kind of start reminiscing about Godai in general. And, Pops talks about, like, it's been a while since he's gone off and done an adventure. I'm worried about him. It doesn't feel right. Like, I worry about him when he's not gone, which is an interesting thing to say about a person, but considering how Godai is, it makes sense.
Listen, I feel better when he's on an adventure, because then he has a better excuse to not be at work.
Yeah.
Rather than being in the same fucking city.
What could you possibly be doing?
Yeah. What the hell? Where's your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever? I don't know who's around. I'm just gonna say girlfriend until we know we're alone. I love the story he tells. The story he tells about Kanzaki tells about Yusuke.
Mm-hmm.
Standing up to bullies that were bullying his sister, and how he just sort of like beat them down with his earnestness.
Mm-hmm.
Like, despite just like cry, like talking to them until he started crying.
Yeah, the notion that he would stand up to his sister's bullies, and they would bully him so bad that he would start crying, and then he'd also still be like, but also still fuck off, and they had to respect that. Incredibly powerful.
And it just made me think... I just have the image that whenever he's fighting Grongi, Yusuke is just crying under the helmet.
Just absolutely sobbing under... You know? That's so in character for him, though.
I love... It reminds me of that meme I've seen a few times before where, like, you have the two parallels. One is the person who's absolutely talking shit while losing the fight, and then the person who's crying hysterically while winning the fight.
Yes.
Godai is absolutely crying hysterically as he's winning these fights.
Yeah, he's blowing the shit out of a bunch of monsters, just ugly crying under these, and then he just fixes himself up and takes off and just gives us a thumbs up. Yeah, I'm fine. Speaking of thumbs up, we had a scene briefly where Sakurako was checking out the mummy because they got the Kuga mummy out.
Yeah,
and it just had a mental image of them cutting, like hanging on the mummy, like a shot hanging on him, and just him pulling up his little hand, doing a thumbs up.
God, that would have been a hell of a thing if they included it.
Nobody, and then just nobody says anything. Like as they're leaving, it would have been really funny. Not what the show is.
Yeah, no, not even remotely. Just a little like nod to the audience, like, you know, audience. Wink.
Yeah, winks is a little dry eye.
After pull, we go back to Godai. It's time to finally murder this woman. He launches her into a somewhere.
They're gonna seal her in this parking garage.
Yeah. Except there sure is a lot of trash all over the place for a parking garage. Like, what the fuck? What are y'all doing?
This is where they put the dumpsters.
Yeah, I guess so. This is maybe one of the most powerful kills that Godai has ever gotten in this show. My man goes green.
Yeah.
And then he starts ghost riding the whip for the drive-by.
Yeah.
It is insane.
This is also one of my favorite Grongi deaths because he's
her standing there screaming, "I'm not gonna die."
Last words of person who died. Put it on her gravestone. Quote, "I'm not gonna die."
It's incredibly powerful.
And then he sort of does a CG cool slide.
Yeah, he not really, but yeah, does a
kind of warp him to the side a little bit.
Yeah, I understand, but considering the way that bike is shaped, you could not possibly
you can't actually
slide that
do
thing.
It. No, you can't even slide that thing. You can't even tilt it. It would fall over. He didn't even do an Akira slide in their effect in fiction. He just needed to get a little lower, and you can't actually accomplish that with that bike.
Yeah. But yeah, now that we've finally dealt with her, it's time to go deal with our Batman, who is doing every Grongi's favorite activity, murdering cops. He is just absolutely saucing some policemen, which I do kind of... I probably shouldn't enjoy this, considering it is in fact a cop murder. But the fact that we smash cut to some dude just getting his head slammed into a window of a cop car.
It's an amazing cut.
It's such a good
smash cut.
It's a literal smash.
Yeah, literal smash cut.
Got it in one.
Oh, it's so good.
You get some fun things because I hate this comparison, but it was the first thing that came to mind. Is very Smoke Monster from Lost approach to all ULF-0 / whatever his name is. They did a fun thing where they got the lights pouring through the fog, and they basically just have his shadow, hitting the fog to project his image. But it was in such a way that it made me think that it wasn't supposed to be his shadow on some fog, that, like, this shadow was his form. Like, that's how my brain was kind of interpreting it, and doing a lot with very little. With smoke and a spotlight, they kind of made this guy look ethereal.
Yeah. No,
which I give mad props to. It was a lot of fun.
There's a lot of really cool and fun, like, filmmaking stuff that is done in this show. And I think I'm glad that we have been mentioning it, because I really think we would be remiss not to bring it up. I mean, a lot of the Kamen Riders really have a lot of fun stuff to them, obviously, but this one especially, there's a lot of real good, a lot of quality.
The
go ahead.
Oh, I guess we're getting into this Batman confrontation.
Yes, yeah, we've finally gotten Ichijo and Godai here in the same area as Batman, so we can finally get him to stop murdering people, hopefully.
This is where my aforementioned part where Ichijo, or not Ichijo, where Yusuke really just seems to be throwing out that gold kick.
Yep.
Without thinking. And thank
Ichijo
God,
is like 5 feet away from him.
And yeah, like he's right there. Watch out! And also 6 surviving cops.
Yeah.
Ichijo's
ready to die. There was definitely people who like should have survived this that wouldn't have if that kick had gone through. But thank goodness it didn't.
Yeah, thank God Yusuke has no fucking Oki.
Yeah,
Batman gets anti-aired immediately. He's still in this. Batman. Batman could still win. Evo 2000.
But then of course, who's that? It's Naguva with the steel chair,
or something.
We see him do his cool lightning beam.
Okay, so this part was actually a lot of fun, and very funny to me for a couple of reasons.
So fair.
First of all, right before it, Batman does say nothing personal, which is very funny to me.
Yeah. Nothing personnel.
Second, we have all this buildup of roided out Batman.
Mm-hmm.
This whole series of episodes of him just tearing through the world.
Yeah, absolutely kicking ass.
And this man gets, as predicted, as set up, truly, he gets jobbed out, right? Like, he's got a war for the final antagonist.
Yeah.
He was doing so good, and he just gets annihilated by the biggest bad of all.
Yeah, completely jobbed off screen.
Yeah, that's he doesn't get chopped with our as a first appearance of our big bad. He gets jobbed with the POV horror movie shot of like the first kill, where it's just a first person perspective zooming in on his face, and he goes ah, and dies. That said, there was a sky laser.
Yeah, sky laser, always cool. And then
just insane sky lasers.
And then we also got to discover his corpse in a hell of a way. Holy shit.
Yeah.
As Ichijo and Godai try to find him after he runs off, and they essentially discover his location because blood drops on Ichijo's hand, and he's like, "What's that?" And they look up, and his dead-ass corpse is just hanging in the tree above them.
Yeah.
Just absolutely covered in blood. And then he falls out of it.
Thump.
Not a second of dignity for Batman.
No.
Nope.
To the bitter end. Here lies Batman, the biggest ass ever lived.
Whoever lived.
What a douche.
Sincerely, I really was very curious where this character's arc was going, and I was wondering, most specifically, this Goronge was treated so terribly by all the other Gorongi. I wondered if there was any chance that he would become some sort of ally, temporary or permanently, maybe. I don't know. I really wondered what his deal would be after watching him get bullied for like 35 consecutive episodes. But no, this is it. He just got super murdered. I'm not disappointed. It's just really funny how he's been literally nothing but a punching bag.
He became the ultimate punching bag.
Also consider the tragedy of it, where Akuga is expressing its nihilism by saying, even if you're, like, I guess it's weird to say it, but sort of, that, like, Batman was trying to be the underdog of the Gorongi, and it's just like, no, you're just dead.
Yeah.
You have no purpose. Get out of here.
I mean, if your goal is to be the best murderer of the group of murderers, I think it's fair to say you suck.
It sure is, but also, like, from, I don't know, I just think it's thematically fitting of how kind of dissonant and dark Kuga has been. Oh, it's just like, this is truly senseless violence. Like, you don't even really get, like, a plot resolution. It's just, there you go, you're done.
Especially because we still don't, we're not like 1,000% sure why Daguva is killing all of these people. We know, we've gotten confirmation from the other Grongi that it is Daguva, and he is killing all of the other lower class Grongi, and that it has something to do with the final game, but we don't know what.
And you got all those pieces, like, I think future episodes involve more of the...
Yeah, I think future
more of the pieces that what's-his-face stole Batman. Still...
Mm-hmm.
I think Batman's purpose, if you're trying to look at this purely from a why are you in the story perspective, I think it was mostly just like to get that taste, right? I think the payoff could have been a lot sooner. Of just he had a single bit of he tried to Starscream it with a single bit of the final boss's power. And it was going nuts. He was no-selling any force that wasn't Kuga, and he was no-selling Kuga. You know, he was going to win. If he was actually focused on Kuga, he would have won. I think is the point of that fight. Like he was,
yeah, for sure.
Like they got multiple finishing move cuts and like almost a kick on him. Like maybe that nuke kick would have worked, but he was still had way too much in the tank to get hit by it. So you had this notion, you know, and then even with that power, he just gets eaten by the biggest guy. it's you know, it's a neat point of reference, and also in the funniest way possible.
Yeah, for sure. Whenever you're gonna add a new bad guy to something like this, you kind of got to set the stakes for what their existence means, like, or at least you would want to set the stakes for what their existence means early. And obviously with, you know, someone like Daguva, who, even if we didn't know who he was or what his name was, we knew we were building to him like this whole time. He's our final guy. He's our big bad. He's our, you know, weird clown that's going to turn into a boat during his final fight. So, like,
can't wait.
Yeah, we need him. We need to prove pretty quickly that this is not a man to be fucked with. And this is a great way to do it, is to have someone get a fraction of his power, be like, I'm so cool, I could kill anyone, I could kill God, and then just job off screen to him, is like, damn, the power scalers are going nuts. They're losing their minds. There have been 15 threads already on this forum about if he could beat Goku or not.
The answer is
Jury's
no.
still out. Yeah, it's probably not.
It's always no.
It's always not. This is fucking Goku.
It's the problem.
Fuck Goku. All my homies hate Goku.
I think he's alright.
And he's not so bad. He's just.
I think now that Batman is dead and his story is over, I think my main criticism / like reconstruction I would do, if I would do anything, is not have him be the second episode guy.
Yeah.
I think he should have been somewhere maybe episode 12 or so, once we had a very big established pattern of what losing the game generally looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because we truly didn't have that precedent. Batman's whole notion is that he lost the game but lived, which is usually not how it
not
works.
Not how it goes. Yeah,
just and nobody else hung like that. And that's where his bitterness kind of came from. But like like, yes, cultural context, and like looking back, yes, that was it the entire time. He was living with that since day one. But did we have to make it day one?
Yeah,
for the show?
No, that's like everything else about Batman. I do think works really well, but yeah, I think that is definitely the one thing. Is just if we had introduced him a little bit later, when we had the stakes a little bit more clearly established. I don't remember what episode the chameleon guy is, but I know he's the first one to ever like explicitly say to us, the audience, like in the human language, that this is a game to them. If we could have potentially postponed Batman's character until after that point, where we know like this is a game to them, and we get to see him play the game, lose the game, and then not like not lose it honorably the way everyone else has gotten to, and then see like that's why he's the punching bag to everyone else. It would definitely provide a little bit better context to his whole sort of existence, and it does a lot better job of coloring why he would want to kill Daguva as well, because that's still kind of up in the air. Like from context that we get from other episodes that we haven't seen yet, we kind of learned that it seems like Daguva's like for the people who are playing this game, he is like the final boss. If you make it through your Geguru and you get it all the way through all the rounds, and you make it to the end, you get to fight Daguva for something. But without kind of that information or context ahead of time, we don't really know why Batman's so obsessed with trying to kill this dude. We just don't have enough information about him to make that make sense. And I do think that him having been introduced so early does kind of hinder that. I think it would have been at least a little bit more clear if he had gotten introduced a little later.
Yeah, for sure. But even still, I do like the Batman just, and I know it's not the only one, like you can think of this about Rose Woman as well, but the fact that you have long established characters does kind of set the precedent of like we're not just gonna be killing off every monster of the week, which without the greater context of previous Kamen Riders other than Ichigo, it's a drastic change, and I think that's an interesting contrast between the two.
Yeah, knowing that some of our monsters, some of our villains are actually gonna like come up again, and then they might continue to be relevant, even beyond whatever their episodes are going to be. It is definitely very interesting, especially if you don't have any kind of context for Kamen Rider outside of... I think even taking it outside of Ichigo, I imagine there were probably quite a few other Kamen Riders leading up to this point that were pretty Monster of the Week as well, at least at some point, to where it probably wouldn't have been too unusual to not expect a character to, or a bad guy to stick around for more than an episode or two.
But like I said, you also have that stuff with Rose Woman, so I guess because they didn't want to be like, no, see, we just have the commanders and then the people who get killed every week. It's just, I don't know. Definitely could have been handled better, but I'm still happy it happened that way, I suppose.
Yeah, certainly the fact that we can think of a way it could have gone better does not mean it went bad. This was still very good, and I appreciated it. And For what it's worth, I suppose I appreciated you, Batman. I apologize that you were kept so wet for so long, and that after you finally got to go through HRT, you jobbed off screen.
But also get fucked, idiot.
Yeah.
Also, yeah.
But also, yeah, that's what you get for being a fuckhead dumbass. And with that having been said, I think that's everything that we've got in us for this episode.
Goodness.
Thank you very much. We went long on this one. I'm sorry, y'all. We apparently had a lot to say, which is good. I'm happy about that. I'm glad we had shit to say about this show. It's a good show. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you keep watching it with us. Next time, we are going to be checking out episodes 40, 41, and 42. Yes, that's right. We are only doing 3 next time. And if you've looked at Kuga and you're looking at those episode counts, yeah, that's right. Fucking hold on to your ass, motherfucker. We are slowly but surely getting to the end of this show. We are going to be there sooner rather than later.
God.
We hope you look forward to it, and we hope you look forward to whatever it is that we do next, which is a thing we're going to have to start thinking about. But that is a bridge that we can burn later as we are crossing it. Until then, we would like to thank you very much for listening to this podcast. We hope you had a wonderful time. If you want to learn more about the people on the podcast and the other stuff that they are doing, stick around after the end. There will be a nice little ad break that'll tell you all the sorts of stuff that you need to know. We'd like to thank you so much for listening. We hope you have a wonderful day or night or whenever it is that you're listening. Take care of yourselves, and as always, remember, if you can't believe in God and you can't believe in Buddha, you can always believe in Kamen Rider.
Thank you for listening to another episode of A Long Time Watcher, First Time Writer. If you enjoyed the podcast and want to help us out a little bit, you can head on over to the Patreon. Everything there is entirely free, but it functions as a tip jar if you like what we do and are able to support us. As for us individually, if you want to check out our random rambles and potential other projects, you can check out our social media links down in the description. And finally, there is an actual play OVA tabletop game, which is currently being run by one of our wonderful editors, Wurtzy. 2 of the players are our wonderful co-hosts, Action Shakespeare and B-Drops. If you want to know more, you can head on over to @HarborTales on Twitter. Thank you very much for joining us for this podcast episode once again, and we hope to see you next time